on you.
It's streaming live. The mic's on up. I gotta go wipe his ass.
Well, it's not the song.
Wait a minute. Ain't nobody in there. Check, check. How do they hear us, though?
Seeing visions through.
Something's still picking up our voices, though. When you said that, it came through real, real low. Like I can hear us, like I can barely hear the sound of it, but I can hear a little bit when we talk.
The microphone on that.
Maybe I don't know. Whatever.
Hello, 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 hello.
See?
Picking this.
Yeah, it's picking up because I tap. You can hear it when you tap it.
It's the mic on here.
Yeah, so you can hear you tapping. But it sounds really, really low, though.
Alright, let's play music. I'll figure it out. I don't know why I switched over to the other mic.
Good.
Welcome to my hood. There ain't nothing normal. You can take a walk in my hood. Everything paranormal. Everything paranormal. If you're scared of dying, we got something for you. Open up the door, you can be immortal. If you really try to ride, step into the buckle up. I'ma show you where it's at. We gon' burn a couple blunts, we gon' pop a couple caps. I ain't talking about 4-5s from the strap. Psilocybin driving, so we headed off the map. What you know about? Tasting color, seeing sound with a crystal eye. Turning nothing into something when we alchemize. Vandalizing lies with the truth. Ain't nobody wanna take shots of this proof. All we ever wanted was the answers. Looking for unique, but our vision keep us phantom. Phantom black man, ghost writing in a pentagram. I'm from the place where our thoughts meet the program. Not too many open to the power that they hold. Just know that when we shine, it's the reflection of your soul. Supreme beings moving, watch the galaxy implode. We are not alone. If you're not normal, welcome home. Yeah. Welcome to my hood. There ain't nothing normal. You can take a walk in my hood. Everything paranormal. Everything paranormal. If you're If you really tryna ride, step into the yeah, I gotta hold it. Control the superstition, make them wonder how we do it. They seen us in the mud, now we out here making music with the paranormal movement that's stronger than what you view it. If Jesus was just a fraud, then hallelujah for Judas. Caesar is not the mob, so it just had to be Brutus. They hate when we on our job, cause persecution is useless. Proof that what we doing is more than just making music. Utilizing the truth, drop it off in the hood, show 'em what's really good. The feeling is understood. We don't just what it means to get it by all means. Supreme beings move and watch reality explode. We are not alone. If you're not normal, welcome home. Yeah. Welcome to my hood. Where ain't nothing normal. You can take a walk in my hood. Where everything paranormal. Everything paranormal. If you're scared of dying, we got something for you. Open up the door, you can be immortal. If you really trying to ride, step into the portal.
It's our theme music. Every good heroes should have some. Ha 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 ha.
Welcome, foolish mortals.
Hello, folks. Are you ready for another intense Thursday night? Sitting in here live with us in the Garden of Knowledge Studios as we talk all things paranormal. Are your lights on? Is there sound? Don't sit in the dark for this experience, as it may chill you to the bone as you simply enter the Paranormal Hood Zone. All right, what's Hood Hoodies? Welcome to the Thursday night. This is Paranormal Hood Live Radio. We're live and direct in the God of Knowledge Studios. I'm your host, Jiggy.
Smoke King.
And you know how we
Michael
do.
Mitt.
Every Thursday night, we bring you our brand of paranormal talk. So what's good with everybody? I hope everybody's doing good. I hope you had a good week. Hope it was paranormal in nature. And if it was paranormal, let us know. Did you get slapped by a ghost? Huh? Did you get chin checked by a ghost? Did an alien stop you in the street? Did Bigfoot roll up to your crib and say, "What's up?" Ring the doorbell, deliver a package? Anything like that? No? Nothing? Well, if so, let us know. But yes, we're back with another Thursday night, folks. Tonight, we are going to be talking about the 70-30 rule. So make sure you stick around for that. Definitely worth talking about. A lot of stuff we've been talking about lately. And just break it down, really. You know how to weed through the bullshit to try to find some real shit. Okay? Not that anybody really wants to find shit, but you know what I'm saying, right? You know what I mean? The real stuff. The real talk. But anyways, yeah. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We're going to do the news. Then we'll take a break. Then we'll come back. We'll have 2 hours, maybe a little bit longer when we do the last one segment of paranormal talk. All things paranormal. Questions, comments, concerns, anything. Just jump onto YouTube. The chat's live. You can chat over there. We'll try to check the chat periodically when we're not talking, especially on breaks, whatever, and see what you guys are talking about. So feel free to jump in the chat and see what you want to say. Folks on Periscope, just go over to Paranormal Hood Live Radio on YouTube. We're live over there as well. We cannot see the chat on Periscope. Not yet. Eventually it'll be integrated very soon. But for now, you got to go to YouTube Live for the whole experience. So go over there. Then you can chat and we can see what you have to say, what's going on, okay? So make sure you do
Anthony, go to sleep.
that. Real life.
You're gonna have to wait a minute, bud. I'm busy right now.
All right, folks. So I'll explain to anybody who's new to the show how the show works. Every Thursday night, we start with the news, then we take a break, and like I said, we bring you the topic. So let me explain to you where the news comes from. Smoking and I and the rest of the hoodies, let's get some music going here. We spend our time in between each show, searching, high and low, near and far. The news, magazine, newspapers, the internet, YouTube, wherever we can find that weird, that strange, that odd, that different, that not necessarily mainstream news. That news could be here on Earth. Yeah, I said Earth. I know people don't like when I say Earth, but I said Earth. Deal with it. Or maybe it's the moon, which is right behind me, where I say Michael Jackson resides. He's still alive. He's about to do his nightly show. Or maybe it's up to Mars, the supposed red planet. Or maybe it's somewhere beyond, someplace we haven't seen, something we haven't touched, something we don't know about yet. But if it's out there and it's making paranormal news, we find it and we bring it on this segment of the show we simply call Smoke King Paranormal News. But because Smoke King right now is dealing with real life, you guys are stuck with me. So I'm going to read a couple news stories for you, all right? All right. Here we go. The stupid starts early, folks. Man busted for shooting gun at fireflies mistaken for alien lasers. In a bizarre case out of Pennsylvania, a man will soon be serving prison time for firing a gun at what he believed were alien lasers that turned out to be merely fireflies.
You're an idiot.
The truly strange incident reportedly occurred last summer when Jesse Shields and his girlfriend, Kathleen McCloskey, were out at night in their truck and they noticed eerie green lights in the sky. The duo also claimed that they heard voices that the vehicle began to shake, which apparently led them to believe that they were on the cusp of an unwanted alien encounter.
Epic fail.
In an effort to prevent their perceived impending abduction, Shields promptly grabbed a gun and shot it into the air as a way of warning the aliens. End quotes. When this did not cause the worrisome lights to go away, the gun-wielding Shields took off on foot in an attempt to escape the scene, while McCloskey waited behind the truck. Eventually, he arrived at the house that was unlocked and entered the premise, where he was met by the bewildered... What? Okay, I don't understand what just happened here. Okay. He arrived at the house that was unlocked and entered the premise, where he was met by the bewildered homeowner who managed to convince him to put down the weapon. During the exchange, Shields begged the person to let him take a shower because his skin was burning due to, in his mind, whatever forces were behind the igniting light.
You are one pathetic loser.
Somewhere along the way, the homeowner phoned the police, who arrived at the scene and arrested the troubled pair. As one may have surmised by now, authorities contend that the duo were under the influence of a foreign substance, specifically bath salts, and that it is likely what caused them to confuse fireflies for an alien invasion.
You suck, you
Facing
jackass.
considerable jail time for the misadventure, Shields cut a deal with prosecutors this week in which he pled guilty to a pair of charges that led to a 6-year prison sentence.
Epic
What the
fail.
fuck was this dude thinking about? Yeah, you get an award. They thought fireflies were alien laser beams. And they were on bath salts, so they thought that they were being kidnapped and my man was shooting in the air and shit. Well, good for him. Whatever works.
Like he was just shooting in the air. Fucking.
Fucking idiot. All right, here's a serious story here, folks. Scientists revived pig brains and kept them alive for up to 36 hours. Let's see, where is this? Here we go. In the context of modern science, it is generally assumed that once blood supply is cut off from the brain, that there is instantaneous and irrevocable. I can't say this word today. Irrevocable damage, which has inevitably led to the death within a matter of seconds. However, Nenad Sestin, a researcher based at Yale University, has released new research which strongly contradicts this long-held assumption in a study which saw him and his team keep pig brains alive outside the body for 36 hours. Sestin and his team began the experiment by extracting the brains from the decapitated heads of 32 pigs which they had collected from the local slaughterhouse. These brains were then placed inside bespoke chambers and rigged up to specifically designed catheters which were used to pump the brains full of solution containing preservative chemicals. The team found that this technique allowed the brain to retain its crucial functions and maintain its internal structures for 36 hours after the brain had been cut off from blood supply. The research, which may well sound like the stuff of fiction, has caused quite a stir after this publication in the peer-reviewed Journal of Nature. According to medical experts, this research could raise essential questions about the very nature of death itself. For most of human history, death was very simple, said neuroscientist Christoph Koch. Now we have to question what is irreversible. It is currently unclear whether this research will have an immediate impact on the treatment of trauma patients. While the study has certainly made it clear that it may be possible to preserve life even in the cases of the most catastrophic injury, it is still unclear how much the brain function will be affected by the removal of the blood supply and whether a patient could generally survive. Uh-oh.
You are a huge nerd.
Trying to bring us back, keep us alive. Hey, Lady Marin. All right, let's go on to another story. At the end of this story, I'm gonna have a little bit to say because this shit, like this, needs to really be taught. Okay, ghost hunt goes Ari in South Carolina. Or is it Arai? Is that how the word is pronounced? Arai, right? Okay, Arai. Yeah, sorry. Took a brain a second. Authorities in the South Carolina city of Union arrested a group of self-described ghost hunters for allegedly breaking into a school to perform an unauthorized investigation.
You're an idiot.
Cops said they sensed something was awry at the Sims Middle School early Saturday morning around 4 a.m. when they spotted a Jeep inexplicably parked at the back of the old building. Their suspicions were confirmed when they entered the school and discovered 2 men and 3 women hiding in one of the rooms. When asked what they were doing at the property, the group claimed that they had been told that the building was haunted and thus they were hunting for ghosts.
Epic fail.
According to the police report, the erstwhile paranormal investigators may have taken the adventure a bit too literally, as one of the young men arrested was also charged with carrying a firearm. In calling into question the scientific protocols used by the group during the ghost hunt, police also say that the same suspect, who goes by the moniker Woo Woo, had a marijuana cigarette in his possession. Ooh. While authorities gave no indication as to whether or not the group was successful in their quest to conjure a spirit, we're guessing that the Woo Woo and company would classify the investigation as a misfire. We say this time and time again. I know you folks see us go to some crazy places. You're about to see a place that nobody has really gone to yet. But we get permission. We actually have a police liaison who reaches out to the police departments to make sure that we can get permission to go to. We don't just go run up in random places. When you do that shit, you cause harm to the field. There have been places that have been burned down, destroyed by, I'm putting my fingers in there, investigators. You want to be a real investigator, there are definitely rules to this shit. And one of them is getting permission. Don't just run up in random places. One, you can get fucked up. You don't know what's in some of these places. So when you call and they tell you, well, you don't want to go in there because it's this kind of material, this, that, they actually sometimes give you a heads up that could save your fucking life. 2, when you go to these places, don't take this shit to put it to film and video so other people can see it and enjoy it. Not for you to go and take some shit and fuck up things, because if everybody took something, there wouldn't be anything left. So just think about that before you go out there and be dumb investigators. That's all I'm saying. Okay? You gotta be smart, kids. That's all I'm saying. Be fucking smart here, okay? You know what I mean? What's up, Brandon? Good to see you, brother. He's a local, too. You probably got the accent, too. Let's see. Anything else in here? I had a couple good lined up, and then, you know. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. Oh, this is just full of good ones today. North Korea executes fortune tellers. Uh-oh.
Epic fail.
As part of an unsettling crackdown on superstitious activities, the North Korean government publicly executed a pair of fortune tellers. The troubling incident reportedly took place last month and was spawned by what officials see as a worrisome rise in residents turning to self-proclaimed soothsayers for guidance. In response, a trio of fortune tellers known as the 7-Star Group was arrested and put on trial in front of an audience of thousands of people who were ordered to attend the event. So y'all gotta go see these motherfuckers get fucked up. According to an individual with knowledge of the strange situation, the fortune tellers had used a 3-year-old and 5-year-old child to carry out their activities, claiming that the children were possessed by a spirit oracle and receiving money for telling fortunes. The work of the soothsayers is not altogether unique in North Korea, where such individuals have become increasingly popular to the point that even high-ranking government officials and the families of judicial authorities often visit fortune tellers. Alas, it would appear that this trend has finally drawn the ire of the North Korean government as they chillingly sought to make an example of the 7-Star Group. While one of the women was given a life sentence for her superstitious activities, 2 of her fellow fortune tellers were promptly executed after being found guilty. Whether the gruesome event will serve to curb residents' reliance on soothsayers remains to be seen, as one individual in the country explained that living conditions there have become so difficult that people fear that they will starve to death if they live by the law. Hey, North Korea. Y'all are idiots. But I mean, I guess what fortune tellers, but yeah, put them to death. That's fucked up. You imagine how many people in this country would be killed for that shit? I bet you they would change real quick, though. I bet you in America, if they started doing that shit, they'd be like, so what? I ain't no fortune teller. I don't see shit. I'm blind if I don't see nothing at all. Motherfuckers would switch up real fucking quick. He said, who's in Korea? The wicked accent. All right.
Silence, Earthling!
Let's see. Anything else over here? You got anything good over there?
I got one.
Oh. Hold on. He's always my favorite. We've done a thing about pareidolia. Oh, this is actually old. I'm not going to read that one. That's some recycled shit. Come on. Bear with us, folks. No, I think that's it for Jiggy today. Just give Smoke King a second. He's doing double duty. He'll pick up where I left off. I'm coming live from Bridgewater. Oh, you're in the Bridgewater right now? You're in the Triangle? I know you said, because I've seen your messages, Brandon. I'm sorry I haven't had a chance to respond, but I know you said that you live out that way and stuff, so it's cool that you actually know what we're talking about, in the Profile Rock and everything. So. And actually enjoyed the first episode. We appreciate you, brother. You know what I mean? So just give him a second. He'll bust out some news. Okay? Shit happens. You know what I mean? All you folks on Periscope, just go over to YouTube Live if you want to chat. When you put anything up there, we can't see it. You have to go to YouTube Live for us to see your comments.
All right, let's see here. What's good, everybody? UFO sighting. UFO falls from the sky during a double rainbow after being struck by lightning. Wow, what the fuck are the odds of that happening? I mean, fucking shit. A UFO, double rainbow, and lightning all at the same time?
Look! It's a double rainbow!
A UFO!
Oh my god!
And lightning! It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
It's just incredible.
I can't believe it. So special. All right, an alien spacecraft has been filmed falling from the skies after being struck by lightning. A prominent UFO proponent has alleged, "Seeing is believing" is the mantra for those offering up evidence for extraterrestrial visitors using UFOs. And the latest proof of an alien spaceship exploring Earth has arrived today. I think it's always, just because it's unidentified flying object doesn't mean there's a fucking alien driving it.
Of course it does.
Let's see. Earth has arrived today. According to Wild Online reports, the shocking footage is said to show a UFO falling to the ground after being caught in a thunderstorm over England. Oh boy. Self-proclaimed UFO expert Scott C. Warren uploaded the Blink and You'll Miss It clip today. Warren wrote on his UFO Sighting Daily blog, "In the video, this dark UFO fell from the sky. It is very thin, yet compared to the buildings in the background, it is probably close to 30 meters long and 4 meters wide. The UFO falls directly under the location of where lightning exploded, so it appears that the object was struck by the lightning and fell." Yep, right. The alien technology conspiracy theorist then proceeds to outline why he believes the footage shot in Somerset, England, is shown a UFO employing cutting-edge technology. It says curt-edge technology? I don't know. Warren wrote, "I believe this to be a UFO because only a UFO could be that big and have no wings. If the UFO was struck by lightning, then it may have temporarily lost 100% of its power and fell to Earth. But as you see in the video, the UFO becomes invisible just before it hits the ground. That means the UFO regained its power just a split second before it crashed. So its cloak was activated again and it took off." Yep, right. The footage was reportedly shot by Megan Taylor this month while she was filming a spectacular thunderstorm near Bridgewater in the southern county of Somerset. In the clip, she is said to have been sent to the UFO proponent seeing something which left her speechless, a mysterious black object falling from the sky just after a lightning hit. Yeah, it looks like it looks like it was probably a bird that was hit, and it's just falling with its wings hanging out. It's just going, I don't know.
It's always a bird. No, swamp gas.
The controversial footage, which quickly gained thousands of YouTube video hits, soon attracted scores of comments as well. One YouTube user wrote, "Do not believe the lies of the elite who govern the world." But others were left apparently unconvinced by the footage, writing, "My mother, that is more false than democracy." And that's the end of that one. One second here, let me find another one. Yep. The U.S. Navy has been granted a patent for an advanced aircraft which resembles a flying saucer.
Okay.
Military inventors filed plans for a highly unusual flying machine which uses an internal mass reduction device to travel at extreme speeds. What that means is the craft uses complex technology to reduce its mass and thereby lessen inertia and objects' resistance to motion so it can zoom along at high velocities. The patent is highly complex and describes methods of reducing the mass of an aircraft using various techniques including the generation of gravity waves, which were first detected in 2016 after being produced when two black holes collided. And it's possible to reduce the inertial mass and hence the gravitational mass of an object in motion by an abrupt perturbation on the nonlinear background of local space-time, the patent says. The craft described in the patent features a cavity wall filled with gas which is then made to vibrate using powerful magnetic waves. Then creates a vacuum around the craft, allowing it to propel itself at high speeds. The UFO-style ship can be used in water, air, or even space. It is possible to envision a hybrid aerospace undersea craft, or a hawk, which, due to the physical mechanisms enabled with the inertial mass reduction device, can function as a submersible craft capable of extreme underwater speeds and enhanced stealth capabilities. The patent continues. The hybrid craft would move with great ease through airspace, water mediums being enclosed in a vacuum plasma bubble sheath. Although the U.S. Navy applied for the patent in 2016, it was granted last year. It doesn't necessarily mean the craft has been built, tested, or is even in the process of being built and tested. However, the technology is further evidence of the military's interest in developing exotic technologies. Of course, that's what the fuck they do. Where do you think all that technology comes from?
You don't think all these years they've been trying to build an Enterprise, trying to have Scotty B? Of course they've been working on all this shit.
Of course. The reason why shit looks like UFOs, it's aerodynamic.
There's people building lightsabers and everything else.
Everything else. They didn't get the fucking technology from aliens.
No, they didn't. They just were inspired by some shit that they saw. And so how can we do this
Some
ourselves?
really or either that or they thought something up themselves. They're like, I'm going to grow up one day and I'm going to do this.
No, dude. It's crashed alien technology from Roswell. Hello.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, and no, it's the new stuff from Antarctica. It's all stuff in Antarctica.
They uncovered it when the ice melted.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, see, earlier this year it was revealed the U.S. government researchers investigated wormholes, anti-gravity, invisibility cloaking, warp drives, and high-energy laser weapons during a probe into unexplained aerial phenomena called the Advanced Aerospace Threat and Identification Program. Details of the program were first released in 2017, including reports of sightings made by fighter pilots from the U.S. Nimitz, which we all know is bullshit.
Bullshit,
Limited hangout, bullshit. Yeah, chew on this bone for a little while, doggies.
Yes, enjoy it. How does that taste?
All right, let's see. Oh, do we got another Nessie sighting? Oh, could be. A driver films Loch Ness Monster. Yet another Scottish man driving along a highway overlooking Loch Ness believes that he may have spotted the location's legendary monster. The sighting reportedly occurs as Rory Cameron was leaving a friend's house and noticed something unusual in the iconic loch. It was going at some speed, he recalled. I've never seen anything like it before in my life, noting that he is driven along the busy road for 20 years.
Sorry, folks.
1 second. Thank you.
Silence, Earthling!
I love you.
Hell yeah! Oh, come on!
I've never seen anything like it before, noting that he was driving along the busy road for 20 years, and this was the first time he has had such a tantalizing experience. Fortunately, he managed to capture some of the sighting on film. Although it's not a perfect piece of footage, the video does show something anomalous, seemingly swimming across Loch Ness at rather high speed. My clip isn't like a lot of sightings. This thing was moving really fast, and it looks tiny too compared to some of the boats on the loch. He showed the video to a number of friends and colleagues, but no one has provided a sufficient explanation for the oddity and what it could have been. Interesting.
Silence, Earthling!
But don't they have cameras everywhere pointed at the lock?
Oh yeah, they had them. They legit fucking have
But
fucking.
they never
cameras.
catch it. It's
They
just the random people.
Nothing's ever
Yeah.
caught. No.
You know what?
You suck, you jackass.
Let's see. We got anything else good here? 1 second, everybody. Sorry, I didn't have a list of stuff ready to go in this week.
I did, but I don't know where my other list went.
Extrasolar object may have crashed on Earth in 2014, and it could have carried alien life. Bum bum bum. Astronomy world abuzz. Scientists had never seen anything like this before. An object from another solar system, and its odd cigar shape and bizarre features raised eyebrows. Some even theorized it might have been an alien probe. Now some of the researchers who studied that have announced another mind-blowing discovery, a possible extrasolar object that actually struck Earth in 2014. If their hypothesis about the object turns out to be correct, it would be the first known collision of an object from another star system to impact our planet. Even more astonishing, researchers believe there's a remote possibility this object carried evidence of alien life along with it. Amir Saran and Abraham Loeb of Harvard University discovered this object on a hunch while scanning through the Center for Near-Earth Object database. They thought they might be able to discover other interstellar visitors to our solar system if they narrowed their search to only objects that traveled faster than normal. One of the features that made the particularly bizarre, for instance, was the unusual speed at which it moved. Sure enough, the database contained a few hits, one of which was especially eye-popping because the object had been recorded disintegrating in Earth's atmosphere on January 8, 2014, at a height of 18.7 kilometers over Papua New Guinea. When Saraj and Loeb traced the speed and trajectory of the object backwards, it led to extrasolar space. The object would have only been about a meter thick, so it wasn't large, and very little of it, if any, would have survived entry through the atmosphere. Still, there's a chance that fragments of it could be hiding somewhere on Papua New Guinea or off the coast. Here's where things get interesting, not to mention highly speculative. Because of this object's unusual high speed, odds are that it was flung from deep within its home star system. In other words, there's a chance it came from its star's Goldilocks zone, or the zone where liquid water and thus might have been present, and life might have been present. It's worth reiterating the theory is a wild long shot, but if we ever did find fragments of an extrasolar object that landed on Earth and contained evidence of alien life, it would be a discovery of unfathomable importance. For this reason alone, it's worth speculating about. Even if it didn't contain any evidence of the life, getting our hands on an interstellar object would be pretty special, to say the least.
Yeah. Cool. Still talking about the Hamanama Numina.
Yep.
I got a story here. That one all done?
That one's all done.
All right.
One more little one, but yeah, let me roll something here.
Yep. Something is killing large quantities of farm animals in Louisville, Kentucky. 6 sheep killed and 7 sheep missing outside of a Louisville, Kentucky. This is on top of 8 guard llamas. What the fuck is a guard llama? Do they actually guard shit? Like,
I don't know, dude. I'd have to look into that, man.
that'd be crazy. They walk, oh, look at this cute llama. It just fucks you up and shit.
Just
Takes you
spits
into
in your-
custody.
It spits in your face because llamas spit on you, and so it spits in your face and it just starts fucking you up.
And put you in handcuffs and
It's like,
shit.
you ain't supposed to be in this house, bitch.
Okay, so 8 guard llamas and 2 donkeys attacked and killed within the last 2 months, not far from the sheep. Okay, that's the story. All right, sorry. Yeah, that's okay. Thanks. That was a great story. Thanks for nothing. We don't know what killed it. I just want to know what the fuck a guard llama is. I've never heard of a guard llama before. It just spits in your face, incapacitates you.
Let's see here. For some in Massachusetts, ghosts are a serious business.
Really? Now, who in Massachusetts would take it seriously?
A purported ghost sighting in an area market basket grocery store last month took the region by storm. We covered that story a few weeks ago.
Yes, we absolutely did.
It started with a tweet and then quickly went viral. If you came across that story outline or in the press, maybe that story online or maybe in the press, maybe you laughed it off or scoffed. Perhaps you posted about it on social media, all in good fun, of course. Heck, you might have even chatted with friends about it, whether you think the ghosts are actually real or not. Winthrop's Ellen McNeil went to work, though. I did get in touch with Market Basket, and I said, if you want a real team to come in and check out the place, I'd be happy to, said McNeil, founder of Spirits of New England, a locally based paranormal team that's been investigating hauntings since 2009.
Hey, it's what you're supposed to do.
If you've never had a paranormal experience, it's easy to judge people who have. If it didn't happen to you, so who are you to judge me? McNeil, it turns out, is far from alone. The website Paranormal Societies lists more than 90 paranormal organizations operating here in the Bay State area, and dozens more throughout New England. Waltham's Tom Elliott is founder and director of Boston Paranormal Investigators. We have a core group of about 20 people, he explained. On any one investigation, there will be like 10 to 12 people going out. Elliott likens Boston's paranormal investigators to ghost hunters you've seen on TV. In addition to his core group, he counts 400 more members who subscribe to his mailing list.
Damn.
If it all sounds incredulous, consider that 2009 YoungGov survey found that 45% of Americans believe in ghosts. A 2016 study from Kansas State University concluded that belief in paranormal has been on the rise for 2 decades and is likely to continue to rise before reaching a peak at some point. In other words, there's a market for this stuff. I'm not here to convince anyone. I'm not on a crusade. I'm just here to help people. Said Medfield's Anthony Duda, who had been investigating the paranormal for 40 years. Duda works mainly one-on-one with people who believe their homes may be haunted. He doesn't charge for his services, and he said he chooses his clients carefully. Duda said that when he takes up a case, he enters the space, searches for ghosts or spirits, communicates with them, and if necessary, he eradicates them.
Oh, shit. With the flick of the wrist.
To aid in his task, Duda has amassed an impressive collection of gear, from multi-spectrum cameras to sensors and sensitive microphones, much of it custom built. He believes he's captured both images and audio of ghosts and said he's seen things that would make a believer out of anyone. We were setting up equipment, he said, recounting a particular memorable experience. All of a sudden, this woman was picked up like a foot off the ground, and she was thrown onto the bed.
Damn.
Wow.
We know what that ghost wanted.
Of course, not everyone buys the idea that the dead are still among us. I was all in. I thought they were real. I thought, said former ghost hunter Kenny Bedell, I thought the little white smoky things in photographs were ghosts. I thought they made noise. I thought they could talk to you. I was a full believer. Today, He writes for a skeptical Inquirer magazine and essentially investigating claims of paranormal investigators from a scientific perspective. The more I learned about scientific process and how control experiments and how to control the environment I realized that most of these anomalies were caused by either me or other people in the environment, he explained. Vital says he believes that most paranormal investigators really are sincere in their beliefs and in their desire to help. He does, however, worry about vulnerable people being taken advantage of. He has two pieces of evidence for those who have hired or are inclined to hire a paranormal investigator. Never stop learning and ask, how do you know that? Duda agrees that those who believe they are experiencing the paranormal should proceed with caution. He says there are plenty of ghost hunters out there who do things, as he puts it, the wrong way. If you go in and you say, a kid hears this, and Mrs. Smith, you have a demon in your home. You're going to send somebody over the edge, and you're responsible for that. So you better, when you walk into that home, you better know what you are doing. As for the skepticism, if somebody wants to believe I'm nuts, maybe I am. I mean, I don't care, says Duda. There's something abnormal about the paranormal. We just don't understand it. So next time you hear about some haunted encounters, keep in mind whether or not the ghosts are real in this region. The paranormal investigators undoubtedly are. And that's it for the news.
Right here in our own backyard. Anything's possible. But all right, folks, we're going to take a quick break, play a little music. We're not going to be gone very long. And we're going to come back. Tonight we're talking about the 70-30 rule. What do you know about the 70-30 rule? There's kind of rules to this shit. Like we were saying earlier, even with paranormal investigating idiots who go places and then get arrested and cause all kind of damage and stuff, they don't understand the rules. So we're going to talk a little bit about, these are our rules. They don't have to be yours, but we're just going to talk about it, all right? The 30-70 rule. The 70-30 rule. So don't go too far. Give you a chance to roll something, hit the head, get a sandwich, whatever you need to do, and then come back and we're going to talk. What's up, CW? Thank you for being in the chat. It's always good to see you, sir. I feel like we've got like royalty in the chat now. We're going to have a good conversation. Since he's here, it'll be even more fun. We'll be back, folks. Don't go too far.
Like Nappy Roots, we never stop going for this shit, man. For real. We always fought for ours, man. But this was all about us achieving our goals, man. DA, never give up, dawg. The world need to hear it. I'm on a road that seems less scenic. Seeing the world but don't mean it. I'm forever fighting my demons. Waiting on Christ to something I don't agree with. Rather fight battles right here on earth. Scars on me still hurt. Black rose in the dirt. Just cause it's black don't mean it is cursed. Gotta look past the broken English. Never made no one's dean's list. But don't tell me nothing about heaven. Tell me how to get my folks out this section. Hey, never give up or even question faith. Fight until you look death in the face. I fight races with grace. Told Bay ride with me at Bay. Cause there's a better day and I seen it. Yeah, I seen it clear. Don't let them tell you that the end is near. Never give up or give in to fear. I'm with Pantheon elitists. Know who it is when you greet us. Join us now but can't beat us. We was wearing crowns as defeaters.
Sometimes you find your greatness in the darkness, but destiny will guide you through the blindness. One thing can make it big, manifest it and refine it. Seasons pass, life is timeless, confidence, humble and kindness. Giving up so far behind us, forbidden knowledge for the mindless. I never gave up, the sky is not the limit. Don't give up, if you start the race, don't finish. Don't give up, can you hear room for it? Don't give up. Let's go hard, let's get it. Don't give up. Don't give up.
I never gave up. No, I never gave up.
You can have anything you want, the only limitation is your imagination. If it don't work the first time, pick it back up. I never said it's not trials and tribulation. In this cold world, nothing's given. Looking for one handout, you might wait millennia. Everybody will have it if it's that easy. Tell me how you gonna reach for it if you can't see it. If you got a vision, then you better ace it. Or write it down anywhere that you can read it. If you want it to exist, then you gotta speak it. You gotta want it so bad, it wake you when you sleep. Gotta want it so bad, you will never leave it. And when they say you never get it, then you won't believe it. If you want it, you'll walk up in the cold, sacrifice a little more, and even if you go without eat, and still never give up. Sometimes you find your greatness in the darkness, but destiny will guide you through the blindness. One thing can make it big, manifest it and refine it. Seasons pass, life is timeless, confidence, humble and kindness. Giving up so far behind.
gave up.
The sky is not the limit.
I
Don't
never
give
gave
up.
up.
If you start the race, then finish.
I
Don't
never
give
gave
up.
up.
Can you hear him rooting for it? Don't give up. Let's go hard, let's get it. Yeah. You just might say you too old, say you too young. It don't matter what they say, just don't give up. Show them that you're strong, show them that you're tough, show them that you're still standing when they clear out the dust. A whole lot of pain, a whole lot of blood, sweat, and tears still here. I ain't never give up. Even if I wanted to, I never gave up. All my out the box thinkers, they ain't never feel us. Hold on to your goals, don't never let up. 24 hours in a day, make sure you use some. Dedicated to your dream, even if it's just one. Do it for your fans, even if it's just one. No excuses, get it done. Your future self will give it up. You looking at the things you didn't give up. You got them all cause you didn't give up. Sometimes you find your greatness in the darkness, but destiny will guide you through the blindness. Wanna think you make it big, manifest it and refine it. Seasons pass, life is timeless. Confidence, humble and kindness. Giving up so far behind us. Forbidden knowledge for the mindless.
I never gave up. I never gave up. Yeah. I never gave up.
Never gave up.
I never gave up. Never gave up.
I never gave up.
Or
I heard you down for the cause. We don't dare take a pause. We have no time. I know that all that we have in this world is truly my
Or
soldier on the line.
namaste, my niggas.
Standing
Watch this
front
out.
the line.
They be like, how you do that shit? I be like, it don't matter though. All that matter how I spit that knowledge. How you receive that knowledge? I gaze the sun. Never have I been to college. Cosmo my son. Question things and question often. You are a guy. Recognize your fucking bossness. That is my word. I would not lead you to the lost land. You are not lost, man. You never lost, man. Just flick on that torch inside of you and stand up like you proud fool. I'm chewing nails. You suckers chewing cotton candy. I ride in hell. If that's the only consequence for knowing I'm a fucking god. This holy realm I'm flying in. Catch the elevator to the fifth. You're dying in the fourth dimension. Everybody crying and they sinning in. You a weenie. You forgot to eat your Wheaties, so full of feces. Every time I bum around, your fake ass cheesing. Or
I heard you down for the cause. We don't dare take a pause. We have no time. I know that all that we have in this world is truly my soldier on the line. Standing front the line.
evil nigga bad like Porsche. Cry a river flow like ocean. Bad man, show no emotion. My former plan was to keep myself to stay afloat, and now I got the cosmos on my back. Expecting me to pay that universal fee. I got no car black, but I keep a steady stream of that moolah on my mental. Speaking actions into action over left the instrumental. Shaman spitter, got that yellow floor. Got some more knowledge, I think you should know. Fibonacci resonance, can you hear it though? If you can, you got no spirit, bro. Is you down to take the devil's ride? If it gets you into paradise, do needle brush and win a pint. Shifting hellish paradigms, all relative to space and time.
I heard you down for the cause. We don't dare take a pause. We have no time. I know that all that we have in this world is truly my soldier on the line, standing front the line.
Yo, false education by manipulation. Vividly from my perspective, I see time is vacant. Or is it from your perspective? I am out in space discussing possibilities with entities in a higher race. I tried dying, I was brought back through time and space. I tried flying, I was brought back to that human race. Brought back to that night and day worst time zones. Mind's blown, you ain't sitting in my zone, cause we stay tripping off them trichomes. If I pull up, they know I'm on, I'm in my triple threat. My soul is like a window tinted, they can't see me yet. I am on my 3013 trying to spread that love, trying to unify that consciousness. But they say it's from the rock.
Said it was the rock. You know it was the rock. They'll blame it on the rock. They'll say it was the rock. You know it was the rock. They'll blame it on the rock. This is reefer madness, we broke through that gateway. This shit feel like purgatory, we somewhere in deep space. Pill popping animal, Ciroc sipping nigga, fucking zombie in the mirror, snapping Instagram pictures. Where's Molly? Never met her, but I'm trying to get familiar. All I heard was good things, all my niggas hit her. I ain't trying to fall in love. Me and Mary Jane been kicking this since pimpin' been pimpin'. She still pushes my limits, I'm feeling as if I'm different. We all know I'm that same nigga, fighting the addiction, biting into your prescriptions. Fight getting for dinner and it's doing what it does. The same people that think I'm crazy will praise me when I tell them it was the rock. Said it was the rock. You know it was the rock. They'll blame it on the rock. They'll say it was the rock. You know it was the rock. They'll blame it on the rock. No YOLO, I will never die. Life is an immortal, is a different high. The view from where I'm sitting got them pissed off. Wishing to envision my simplest comprehension. See, this love is all I know. Got me shifting through dimensions. Tell me you don't get high. I say the drugs have been a chicken. Poison in your prescriptions. Venomous politicians. Numerous contradictions. Am I pimping or am I living? Damn, I'm tripping. Man, I gotta be insane. If sanity was an option, then I wouldn't have a brain. Destruction is why I came to live it through this cocaine. So when the shit goes up in flames, they'll have something they can blame. It was the rock. Said it was the rock. You know it was the rock. They'll blame it on the rock. They'll say it was the rock. You know it was the rock. They'll blame it on the rock. Welcome to my hood. There ain't nothing normal. You can take a walk in my hood. Everything paranormal. Everything paranormal. If you're scared of dying, we got something for you. Open up the door, you can be immortal. If you really wanna ride, step into the buckle up. I'ma show you where it's at. We gon' burn a couple blunts, we gon' pop a couple caps. I ain't talking about 4-5s from the strap. Psilocybin driving, so we headed off the map. What you know about? Tasting color, seeing sound with a crystalline. Turning nothing into something when we alchemize. Vandalize the lies with the truth. Ain't nobody wanna take shots at this proof. All we ever wanted was the answers. Looking for unique, but our vision keep us phantom. Phantom black man, ghost writing in a pentagram. I'm from the place where our thoughts meet the program. Not too many open to the power that they hold. Just know that when we shine, it's the reflection of your soul. Supreme beings moving, watch the galaxy implode. We are not alone. If you're not normal, welcome home. Yeah. Welcome to my hood. Where ain't nothing normal. You can take a walk in my hood. Where everything paranormal. Everything paranormal. If you're scared of dying, we got something for you. Open up the door, you can be immortal. If you really try to rise, step into the yeah, I gotta hold on to this feeling. I be seeing visions through the folds of the prism. Projecting all wishes, anything I want is given. Paranormal vision, you can call it supervision. Control the superstition, make them wonder how we do it. They seen us in the mud, now we out here making music with the paranormal movement that's stronger than what you deal with. If Jesus was just a fraud, then hallelujah for Judas. Caesar is not the mob, so it just had to be Brutus. They hate when we on our job, cause persecution is useless. Proof that what we doing is more than just making music. Utilizing the truth, drop it off in the hood. Show 'em what's really good, the feeling is understood. We know just what it means to get it by all means. Supreme beings moving, watch reality explode. We are not alone, if you're not normal, welcome home.
Yeah.
Where ain't nothing normal. You can take a walk in my hood. Where everything paranormal. Everything paranormal. If you're scared of dying, we got something for you. Open up the door, you can be immortal. If you really try to rise, step into the portal.
It's our theme music. Every good heroes should have some theme music. What's Hood Hoodies? Welcome back. This is Paranormal Hood Live Radio. We're live and direct in the Garden of Knowledge Studios. It's your host, Jiggy. You know what that sound means.
I'm Smoke King.
And this is how it goes down. All right. We need let me find something that's worthy of playing to help this out. No, that's too menacing. Give me a second. Let's see. Are you folks tired of the bullshit? For far too long, the bullshit has been just laid on thick. So thick that it chokes the life out of you. We're going to address the bullshit. How do you get past the bullshit? How do you know when it's bullshit? We're going to help you out tonight, folks, and explain to you what we simply call the 70-30 rule. Now, listen. I've said this time and time again. Over and over again, if anybody doesn't get it. Jiggy is half a nerd. Jiggy loves comic books. Jiggy loves sci-fi movies. I don't read books as much as I used to, but I used to love all the sci-fi books and everything. I get it. Wouldn't it be cool to live in a world where there were blue chicken aliens and a super secret space forest and all this shit? All these amazing stories and all these things that go on. It'd be cool to live in that world. It'd be cool to live in a world where there was Superman, or we were Superman, or we were the X-Men or the Avengers or whatever, and we had powers, and there was a Tony Stark, or a Batman. There's rich billionaires who wanted to save the planet and save the world from these unforeseen forces and all this type of stuff. Sounds great. But come on. There's a whole lot of shit going on. A whole lot of information being put out by a whole lot, not even a whole lot of people. They got a whole lot of followers or whatever you would call it, but just some bullshit. So the point being is, how do you discern through all that stuff? Like, how do you I was defending, shout out to CW Chanta. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but he's in here earlier. But I was actually defending him in a YouTube comment on somebody else's page because I just made a comment about the clowns. Someone said, well, you defend C.W. Chanter. Well, he's a clown. He's a con man. He's all this type of thing. I'm like, why is he a con man? Because he's calling out people. I don't think that anybody, including the two people sitting here talking to you right now, are perfect. By no stretch of the imagination have we tried to soldier that we have it all figured out, that we know what it is. None of that type of stuff. That is why we are investigators. We're not journalists. We're not any of that type of stuff. We are investigators. And the point of investigating is to look at all this stuff that we've been talking about for years and all these people and stuff and try to find out what is actually real in all this. There's a billion stories, fuck a million stories. There's a billion stories at this point, from channeling to aliens to other beings, all this type of stuff. All these people out here who are just living these fantastic comic book fucking science fiction lives. They sound great. Like I said, it sounds real good. But through all this stuff, how do you figure out what is real? You know, how do you don't want to throw, as they used to say, the baby out with the bathwater. You know what I mean? That was an old saying. You don't really want to do that. So how do you figure out what's real? You know, as a person, as just even a novice, even someone who doesn't investigate, but tries to go by the word of others, hoping that people are going to discern good information and important information. Excuse me, gotta fix the blunt. How do you do that? I know I can do it. I know I figured out how to do it. I know Smoke King's figured out how to do it. I know a lot of people have figured out how to do it. I know how people, can you, like C.W. Chanter, I'm gonna start naming some names, Unirock. There's different people who I've been coming, Joe from the Carolinas. I'm getting hip to these people because of C.W. Chanter, but there are people out there who are doing just that. And I think in all that there's a kind of a rule that may help them live by. Now, I've said that I have a 5-minute rule. And that's basically when I make people, especially at all these events and stuff like that, when I'm at any kind of a paranormal event, a conscious event, any of these things that I go to and I talk to you guys about, I have a 5-minute rule. Because you're meeting a lot of people. And like I said, when I was at Conscious Life, I have the speaker badge on it first they give you. And then I just took that off because I understand that people want to have conversations with you. But most of them aren't actually interested in why you're speaking. They just want to come and tell you what's going on with them and stuff, and that's fine. But I have the 5-minute rule, which means within 5 minutes of listening to your spew about whatever, I've pretty much made up my mind if I want to continue to have a conversation or just listen, or I've just kind of usually toned out. And hopefully I have like somebody else there who's a buffer who usually may be more interested and will keep listening, and they can continue the conversation for me. Because after that 5 minutes, my brain is pretty much bailed. My brain is like, okay, on to the next. Moving on. But it's important to be able to and look at this stuff, figure it out, do some research. And I know a lot of people don't want to do research. So at least if you're going to listen to people, at least listen to both sides of the story. Don't just caught up in what some one person's saying, like you said, about Corey Goods and all these people who are just their story. And it's not picking on them, but these people have made themselves the faces of the paranormal, of ufology, the conscious community that they're trying to become the faces of, or pretty much are becoming the faces of and stuff. They put themselves out there, and they're putting all this information out there, and it's like, dude, what the fuck? And their shit, I don't even know if you can even say 30%. But that's the thing, too, that they start out, usually it does start out with some good information, right? Like they start out with good intent. There's some good stuff mixed in there that should be done, taking care of yourself, light, love, meditation, eating good, being kind to others, all the important things that as human beings we should adhere to anyway. It shouldn't have to be a rule. It's just something we should know.
But are they living that life?
I don't know, are they? It's extremely contradictory life, because if it's all about all this ascension and all this type of stuff, what does all this other shit matter anyways, right?
Yeah, exactly. If we're all going to ascend to high dimensions, and the aliens are going to take all the people left on the planet, that would mean the cabal, because they ain't going to ascend. They're going to be stuck here. They're going to be left. They're going to be taken away to prison, slave planets and stuff, according to these people. So why are we worried about fighting the cabal and everything? Just let the aliens take care of everything.
It's all up to them. They're coming.
Let the channel imaginary dimensional beings do it all.
Don't get your panties all in a bunch.
Give them credit for everything.
Everything.
All the technology, everything. It's coming from them. They give us all the information. We're just dumb humans. We don't know anything.
Wait, is it back engineered? or is it coming from them? Which one is it? I don't know which one it is anymore. I'm kind of
I
confused.
don't know what it is.
Maybe it's a little bit of both.
Either.
It's kind of back engineered from the aliens, but they told them how to do it right. They said, no, y'all fucking it up. Y'all had it kind of right and shit. Like when they called him Bruce Willis in Armageddon, and they built his armadillo, but they fucked it up and he took all the pieces out. That's basically what the aliens are doing. They're like, you back engineered that shit, but you back engineered it wrong. We gotta show you how to do it right.
Like that shit we posted on online, fucking an alien smacking the shit out of George Sukula.
You can quit with your fucking story making.
Stop fucking telling lies.
Liars. That's probably exactly what they would do.
They would. They're gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? We ain't never been here. We ain't never done none of this fucking shit ever. We ain't never they'd be like, this is why we don't come here. We monitor what you're saying. We're like, these people are fucking, these primitive beings. What the fuck do we want anything to do with them?
You all thought we traveled billions of
Yeah,
miles
there's
and light
probably
years to
alien.
play Jenga
There's-
with rocks and stones and sticks and shit. That's what they did. They came to play Jenga and yeah.
Flies across the galaxy in a fucking high-tech metal UFO. Gets to Earth, stacks stones into fucking pyramids.
Jenga. Well, the pickup sticks. Remember, didn't you play pickup sticks as a kid? That's what it is. It's
Lives
just-
in fucking stone huts and fucking straw huts with fucking primitive fucking humans.
No, they
While
all
they're
live
here.
in Antarctica. Duh.
Oh, yeah,
all
it's
the
all-
latest information coming out
Yeah,
from
it's
everyone.
it's all hidden under the ice in Antarctica. They got
Fart in
frozen.
one, fart
Frozen.
in two. You know, and all these people. Yeah, that's where everything is. Everything's in Antarctica. It's all there, under the ice. And they're burying and tunneling down through all the ice and finding all of it. That didn't work. Hold on. Jeffrey Osborne. If you don't know that song, you should download it. That should be the theme song for most of this shit. The woo woo. Everybody's song the woo. That's funny. Even in the news, there's the paranormal investigator. Where he's the woo. He called him so
he
woo.
called it the woo. He's
The
like,
woo.
I was into the woo.
He's into the woo. It's exactly what it is.
I used to be into the woo, but now only my dumb friends are into the woo.
I used to be into the woo too. I'm still. I mean, some of it is still.
No,
you're
again,
still-
yeah, some of it. Let's not put down everything. There are benefits to the conscious, awakened, woke, truther, whatever you want to label this whole thing as. I don't even know, because it's all blended together. You got the fucking paranormal ghost things blended in over here. You got the truth of conspiracy guys against fuck the government and everything, and disclosure because they want aliens because the government's got the aliens hiding them, and then you got the other truthers that are just all aliens, and you got your conscious people that are all aliens and fucking spiritual interdimensional beings, and it's just all lumped into one thing. I don't know. We're gonna have to come up with a new label to call the whole fucking thing, but
The
there is
awake alien channeler ascension whatchamahoozy.
There is some truth to some of this to some of this stuff. Again, it's basically, this is a great rule with life too. Is 30% of your life is truth. 70% of your life is bullshit. Whether it's your bullshit or somebody else's bullshit or whatever it is, 30% of your life is filled with truth. All day long, every day you experience 30% truth throughout your day, and 70% of the rest of it is just bullshit. Bullshit. Whether it's the bullshit you're eating, the bullshit you're watching, the bullshit you're listening to, the bullshit people you're talking to, or the bullshit people talking to you, all that stuff. There's just bullshit coming everywhere, and you got to learn how to discern the bullshit, because we're not taught discernment. We know what the word discernment is. If anybody doesn't know, here, we got it right here. Discernment. It is a noun. The ability to judge well. So it's synonymous with, judgment, taste, discrimination, refinement, blah, 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 blah. Number 2. In Christian, religious, spiritual type context, perception in the absence of judgment with a view to obtaining spiritual guidance without guidance and understanding. Okay? So, the people that are woo-woo-wooing and stuff aren't discerning and everything and understanding the spiritual aspect of that. It's actually in the dictionary. There is 2 different things for it. There's it says Christian religious context or whatever, which would fall under, you know, spiritual and stuff because it says spiritual guidance. And then there's the ability to judge well. We're not taught how to judge well. We're taught how to judge people, but we judge the fuck out of them the wrong way and everything like that. And we're not taught to discern what these people are saying and what is the truth and what isn't the truth, and judge these people and judge what they're saying. We just take it all as, okay, it's all good. Let's just boom. I buy it. This fucking sounds good to me. I believe what he's saying. It's on my level and stuff. And we don't discern, like, wait a minute here, and start asking questions. And like, what is this person really about? Who is this person? And what are they talking about? Here's another thing, how to spot some bullshit. Consider the source. Who's talking about it? Who's writing the articles? Who wrote the book that you are reading? Click away from the story to investigate the site that it's on if you're talking about a site and stuff. Its mission, its contact info of these people, the sites, the book, everything. Read beyond the headlines, the title of the book, or the main thing that the person is talking about. In any effort, get the whole story. Get from other people that don't like this, to other people that do like this, from people that kind of like this. Get everything, not both sides, because there's a lot of sides to a lot of this stuff. You want to check the author or the speaker and everything. Check their background. What is their history? What did they do before this? What's their other work? Or what is their, check everything about them. Does their story change every few years to go with what's going on current and relevant and stuff? Or are they sticking with their stories and stuff? Do they have supporting sources and evidences, and check those sources and determine their sources and everything like that. Check dates. Make sure these stories aren't something that's old. A lot of these things are just rehashed stories from the fucking 1970s. Still, people are talking like it's brand new fucking evidence. I'm like, I heard that story when I was fucking 5 years old.
Recycled bullshit.
Ask experts. Look for expert advice. Learn how to research and find experts. Okay? Everybody's like, school, scientists, bad. No, it's not. They're experts. These people train for years. They study in this stuff. They're not fucking internet fucking scientists, researchers and stuff. They do 5 minutes of research and they know everything about everything. Just like that. No. Talk to these people. Look at what they are saying about these subjects and stuff. And the biggest one of all is check your own bias. Consider if your own beliefs could be affecting your judgment on this subject. Yes, we believe in aliens, we believe in ghosts, we believe in whatever it is that we believe in, but are we only listening and buying what this person is saying and believing what they're saying because it's what we want to hear and what we want to believe, and this is, we're proving our own beliefs by what this person is saying. And you have to do that. You have to be able to discern that. You have to check your own bias at the fucking door. Otherwise, you're never going to get to the truth. That's what we started doing and stuff. We're like, do we really want to debunk everything? Do we really want to just do that? We talk about some things, and we're like, I don't know. Of course, that's some bullshit, These people are just trying to cover up the fucking real truth over here. It was like that, with a lot of stuff. But the more that we looked at it, the more that we dig into this stuff, the more that we find out 70% of it's fucking bullshit.
Bullshit.
30% of it, good 30% of it is, because sometimes it's more than 70% is bullshit. Sometimes it's fucking 80%, 90% bullshit with a little fucking sprinkle, a little.
For some of these motherfuckers, I'm betting on 99.9. Like,
yeah, it could be all bullshit, but a good rule of thumb is it's basically about 70-30 with everything. So you got to look at all these things, check all these sources and stuff. If somebody's talking about something, go and check and read into that, okay? Example, somebody says, whether it's a flat earther or when these alien people that are saying there's alien bases there and the government's keeping people, you can't go to Antarctica, you can't do anything like that. And 99.9% of people are like, oh yeah, wow, I believe that. Yep, whole bunch of fucking, you gotta be fucking shit. Could you imagine how many people it would take to fucking surround Antarctica and keep everybody away from there? Oh yeah, but everybody just believes it, this is a quick little research thing. You can quickly go onto Google, type in vacation to Antarctica.
Vacation being the opportunity.
That's it. Vacation to Antarctica. Or a trip to Antarctica. Okay? A research exploration to Antarctica. And a whole bunch of stuff comes up. all kinds of places where you can go and book your journey to Antarctica and do all kinds of stuff when you get there. It's a little on the expensive side, of course. You got to travel to the bottom of the fucking earth. It's really fucking cold. There's stuff to do there, but it's a lot of white, so it's kind of boring, kind of bland. I mean, there's some grays and browns and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But, you know, you can go there and they have little tour groups and you can do the kind of touristy thing, but you can also go there because there's a couple hundred people that live there around, like all the time and stuff. There's always people there. And you can charter a plane. And you can go ahead and say, I want to charter a plane, and I want to fly over here, or I want to fly over there, or I want to fly, and I want to look around, and I want to see these pyramids, and I want to see these alien bases, and I want to see the whole to Middle Earth and stuff.
You should be able to see the ice shelf, too. The ice wall.
Now, again, if you read and you look, there are some restrictions. There are some areas of Antarctica where that chartered plane cannot fly. But that chartered plane will take you to the edge of that zone. It'll land his little plane and everything like that, and you can get out and you can hike through that zone and walk and camp and do whatever and look around and just look at all the white and all the white and all the white. Occasionally you'll see some brown or some grays, some rocks and stuff like that, but a whole lot of white. You're not going to see alien fucking pyramids and stuff like that. Again, there's a possibility that there is some hidden structures underneath the ice of Antarctica. But they're going to be like the structures we've already found. Stone structures and stuff like that. Ancient structures from ancient cultures and things like that. Not built by aliens or anything like that. There's a really strong possibility of that. They're working on looking into that and stuff. But the government's even telling you that they're doing it. They release information about it all the time. What are they hiding? Again, the stuff you can all go and look up very easily, very simply. There is nothing, not anything except for your checkbook, your credit card, your fucking job, whatever it is, money-wise and time-wise, and how much patience and fucking how greatly you can stand the fucking cold. Because even in the summertime, it's fucking cold there. And you can go to Antarctica and you can explore the whole entire thing. Colin Brady or Colin O'Brady, go follow him on Instagram, fucking Facebook, all that stuff. Check out his YouTubes and his interviews with Joe Rogan and everything like that. He just walked across Antarctica. Yep. Walked across it. Sat on one side, walked across it by himself, pulling a 350 fucking pound sled behind him. He didn't see one alien, one UFO, one Bigfoot, one alien base. He didn't see any. He didn't see any. He didn't see no fucking Nazis.
They cloned him.
No tanks. There's no warships. There's nothing. Because if you go, people are like, there's a treaty and all blah blah blah. Have you read the treaty? And you know what? 99.9999999% have not ever gone online and read that treaty. And they're like, well, that's just online and that's what it says. Oh, cool. Go to the National Library in Washington, D.C. and read it there. And go to the 163 other countries and their libraries and wherever they store it as public record and read the treaty there. What you read online is exactly what's in the treaty. You're allowed to go there. You're allowed to research. You're allowed to do things. There's no military research allowed to take place there. There's no military invention. There's no military anything like that. If there's military things there, it's support and rescue and stuff like that because the military is more capable and everything like that. So they do, and it's not just the United States government. Sometimes it's Switzerland. Sometimes it's fucking Nigeria or whatever the fuck country it is and stuff like that. There's all different types of things. And again, all this information is available online. And instead of reading a Facebook meme or an Instagram meme and some fucking woke truther account and his little fucking speculation quote underneath his stupid meme of a pyramid and you can't go there and all this stuff, just do some research, use your own judgment, use your own discernment, and go online and look at all the facts and stuff about it. Look at the facts and what they say about you can and can't do that.
Ancient aliens said.
And look at what you can and can't do there, and what you can do there.
But hold up. But Fartin 1 and Fartin 2 and all those guys are going down in the holes and finding walls.
So I'm gonna use a little bit of discernment, and so these guys they're doing all this. So what else besides the words coming out of their mouth do they have to prove this? Nothing. Okay, cool.
No, they have paperwork. Those guys,
paperwork saying what? That they're in the military?
No, it has a special, because Corey Good said if it will have a special thing on it, then he'll know that they were really there and that they were working there because they have paperwork. He doesn't.
Oh, but
they do.
nobody else will know.
But he doesn't have paperwork.
Okay,
They
so
do.
again, right there, that's bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
If you
bullshit.
cannot prove the words that are coming out of your mouth in one way or another, it's bullshit. Your personal experiences, your dreams, your fantasies, whatever it is that's inside of your head is not evidence to anything.
Nothing.
Corey Good says, I know the secret code that's going to be written on this thing that's going to be there. Well, cool. Show me the code book and the information and the government guidelines and the Secret Space Force fucking whatever it is that says that this is the code and that's what you're going to see on this paper so that I know that that's fucking real. Otherwise, your mouth, your word salad is bullshit.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Woo, woo, woo.
Sounds good. Sounds like really good science fiction. Like I said, I love science fiction.
Some of it does. I mean, Corey Goods is, really, somebody who is up there doing all this stuff and fucking all this amazing shit and the vague, lame-ass descriptions that they come up with. And when he's trying to talk all sciencey and stuff, he doesn't understand the words that are coming out of his fucking mouth.
But
he doesn't understand anything. Like, I heard him talking about the moon and the fucking moon and the sun never sees the backside of the moon and stuff like that. I'm like, that's not the case. That's not true. We never see the backside of the moon. The backside of the moon sees the sun all the time. As the moon goes around the earth and the earth goes around this and the moon's there in between the earth and the sun and there's the moon and the moon. But Corey Good says this only happens every 10,000 years and blah, 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 blah. No, it doesn't. It happens all the time through the cycles of the fucking the earth, the sun, and the moon. It's a regular event. There's nothing fucking special about it. Nothing out of the ordinary.
That's
But
science.
he's sitting there trying to fucking talk about this shit, and I'm like, what the fuck are you spewing from your fucking shithole right now?
Shit.
And I'm reading the comments, and I love it. That's such great information. Oh my God, solar flares, blah, 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 blah.
Plasma
Yes, okay,
guns,
again.
Plasma balls.
Solar flares are real. We got to worry about them all the time. We get announcements on the news and stuff. People tell us, hey, we got to be worried about it. There may be a chance. Something could happen. Whatever. Blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of evidence. People like Robert Schoch is one of those people. Randall Carlson. There's a lot of actual scientists, actual archaeologists and stuff, geologists and stuff, solar, I forget what they're called, that study the suns and stuff like that and everything like that are researching this, and they believe this stuff has happened in the past. They know that it can happen again. There's a lot of evidence that this has happened to the civilizations. That's what wiped them out. That's what possibly wiped them out. Whatever the case may be. Wasn't fucking aliens and all this stuff.
Alien war.
Okay, those people know what they're talking about when they're talking about this stuff. But Corey fucking Good over here is just fucking trying to cherry pick what they've said and what actual fucking real scientists say, and put in his own little words and his own little spin on it, like the moon never sees the sun, the backside, the dark side. That's why it's the dark side of the moon, because it never sees the sun ever. And so that's why there's evidence on the dark side of the moon that at this point in time, it was struck by a solar thing. And there's evidence of that on Mars as well. And probably every other planet, I'm suspecting, because the sun is pretty big and it can shoot some plasma out through the fucking universe. Right. Cool.
Yeah. I bet
So again, so that was 70-30. 30% of what he was saying was true. 70% it was a whole bunch of fucking bullshit. 30% truth. Sun shoots out solar flares. Earth's been struck by solar flares. Mars has been struck by solar flares. The moon's been struck by solar flares. The rest of it? Bullshit!
It's some made up shit?
Made up bullshit. So, that's what you gotta look at. That's what you gotta discern. So somebody starts talking to you about moon cycles and saying, oh, we have this incredible evidence that these cycles and the ascension happens during these times and stuff because the solar flares come out and that's what happened back then and everybody ascended and we have the evidence because the moon never sees the sun. Well, you could do a quick little Google search and you can look at the cycles of the moon and where the position of the moon is between the Earth and the sun and everything else and all the other fucking planets that are around us.
Hello, that's science, so that's not real. You know, science isn't real.
Or you can go outside just about any day of the week, and you can kind of look at where the moon is and figure, okay, right now it's here. The sun's right there. Oh, let me go out in 2 days, and the moon's going to be here, and the sun's going to be there, and the backside of the moon's going to be fucking lit up by the fucking sun. How is that possible? Oh, my God. Fuck. That's it. Just use some discernment. Use some judgment. Use your head. You just think. Do some actual research. It's all these hundreds of people. I'm a woke researcher. I do some of my research. No, you have internet access. And you don't even know how to use it well. Because you literally have access to all the known information in the fucking universe. Right at our fingertips. And nobody knows how to discern and use and figure out what is real and what is not, and how to actually do some research on there. And collect the data and compile the data and say, fact, fiction, list. Hold on, wait a second. This list over here is getting really long, but I don't have anything on... I don't have anything on this fucking thing over here. What the fuck is going on? How come... Bullshit. Everywhere you look, it's bullshit. And you just gotta use your nose. Sniff that shit out. Smell the bullshit, you know what I mean? And if you find some bullshit, call it out. Let everybody know. If you're walking down the street, you're your friends, you're having a good time, you're at the beach, walking on the boardwalk, everybody's around, and you see some fucking asshole over there letting his dog fucking shit because he doesn't think anybody's paying attention, and he doesn't pick it up, and I'm going to call it out. You going to call it out?
Yep.
You should call it out. Be like, hey, look out. There's some bullshit over there. There's some shit right there. That guy's a fucking asshole. He just fucking put all that shit. There's shit everywhere. Fuck that guy.
Shit everywhere.
Just fucking let his dog shit everywhere. So you see somebody spewing some shit out of their mouth, fucking everybody
you rub
like,
his face in it. You grab that motherfucker
nobody
by his
nobody
head,
sniffing
and you
the
take
shit.
him to
Nobody
his dog
notices
shit,
his
and you rub his face in it. You like, yo, you let your dog shit here? You gonna see what that dog shit smell like, it tastes like. Rub your motherfucking...
Call that bullshit out.
Sorry. Well, yeah.
Put it out there. And then put out the facts. Let people know. Be like, yeah, look, right here. I do it all the time. I go online and stuff. People think a lot of them think I'm trolling. But then there's a lot of people that see and they understand because I'm not in there like, shill, CGI, limited hangout, fucking, you're so stupid, cheapo, all this stuff. I go in there and I'll be like, oh, no, this isn't true. This isn't a fucking pyramid in Antarctica. Here's the actual factual information. Here's a copy of fucking the treaty. Here's some sites where you can go and book a trip. And people are like, oh, wow, cool, I understand what you're saying and stuff like that. I'm like, and if you just look at that pyramid is visually 4,000 fucking feet tall. I mean, you can just tell it from the surrounding structures.
Big-ass aliens.
It's a fucking mountain. 4,000 fucking foot fucking tall pyramid. Just think about the fucking efforts of that. I mean, we're struggling to figure out how the aliens and the fucking Egyptians built the fucking pyramid in Egypt over there. And now we want to fucking add on a 4,000 foot pyramid buried in the ice. You can only see like the top 2,000 feet of that because the bottom fucking 2,000 feet of it is covered in ice. People actually hike up that too. You can literally go there, and that's one of the mountains and stuff you can hike up. But it's a pyramid, and there's a secret alien Nazi base in there, Nazi activity all over the place. But not one fucking person who's ever hiked to the top of that fucking mountain has ever said, "Oh wow, there was Nazis everywhere. I couldn't believe it. I was just so astounded."
That's because they got mind wiped, man. They wiped their minds. You know they got that technology and shit.
They remembered every single inch of the whole entire trip except, oh, wait. I remember seeing something, but I don't know what it was. But it wasn't important. I hiked up this cool fucking mountain. You know, I mean, that's just fucking, it's all information. It's all there. It's all easy to find. You can either listen to the bullshit or you can go and find the truth. And that's what we've been doing for the last 6 years, for the last however long we've been doing this and stuff and looking for the truth and searching the truth. Yeah, a lot of this stuff sounds fucking great, amazing when you're first looking at it because it's different. It's what we want to believe in. It's what we're looking for. So it's good, and it sounds good on the surface. And as you dig, it still sounds good. As you dig, it starts to break up a little bit. Sounds all right. Get a little bit of static in there, a little bit of feedback. And you dig a little bit more, and you're like, oh, fuck. Fuck, throw this fucking shit the fuck out the window.
Yep.
And you move on to the next thing. You know, take the bit of 30% that might have been in there. There might have been a little bit of something in there. You might have learned a little bit of something of this, a little bit of that. Take that information, throw out the bullshit. Reprogram your brain and keep looking for that information that you were looking for, that belief, keep searching for it. But just know that this piece of whatever it is not a piece to the puzzle. It's bullshit. Throw it out. and continue looking for more pieces to the puzzle and more information and stuff like that.
And this is from hours and hours
And hours.
days of watching, listening a lot of these people's shit. This isn't us cherry picking and skimming on the top of what they say. We still watch
Not
and
just
listen to
these
what
people.
they say and do. We're talking about everything, yeah.
I listen to experts, not on YouTube. I go to websites and stuff, professional experts and stuff like that. Listen to that. We know people, scientists and things like that. We got a lot of these people like to call out Harvard scientists, MIT scientists, and it's in this newspaper article and stuff and everything. I'm like, I talk to these people all the time. I see people that go there and do that stuff, and I can find out this information. It's right there. It's right here.
Science.
We got
It's
all
not
these
real.
fucking schools. I go to the fucking science museum and at the telescope thing all the time, and I look at the sky and shit. I mean, it's all stuff that people can easily do. These people are easily accessible. You don't have to go to college to talk to a professor.
Shit, some of them you can just email and ask them questions.
It's just, yeah.
Robin Shock, he's a professor at BU. Talk to him all the time. He's right at BU. He teaches right at BU. You can go talk to him. He goes to these events and stuff, and he's talking about some real shit. He's not out there trying to sell some woo about some crazy shit. Just the knowledge of something that possibly happened and when it possibly happened. That's it. No,
I mean,
grandiose, crazy
even
story.
Graham Hancock, okay, he's a researcher and he's an author, but he separates his stuff. He has his science fiction, crazy fucking out of this fucking world stories and everything like. Then he has his other books with his research, and he presents facts and things that he's found. And that includes some of the work of Robert Schoch, Randall Carlson, and stuff like that. John Anthony Edwards, or whatever his name is. There's some people and stuff like that, and he puts it into a book and he puts it out there. But a lot of the stuff, you don't have to buy his books to find out all the information that's in there. He fucking talks about it to everybody and tells everybody stuff. If you want to have the copy of the book on the table so you don't have to listen to him, you buy his book and stuff like that, whatever, you know. And I'm not agreeing 100% with everything that Graham Hancock says and stuff. I'm just using that as an example and stuff, as there are people out there in this community, in this stuff, trying to find the truth, trying to find the answers and get to the bottom of this without throwing on all the woo and throwing fucking ourselves fucking out the fucking window like we're fucking nothing and nobodies, and give credit to everything else in the fucking universe and everything. I mean, if anything, give credit to the universe. Obviously, we wouldn't be here without a fucking universe and shit. But the woo that the universe is flowing through you and creating it and all that other fucking things, and you create your reality or whatever. Cool. Use your fucking spiritual woo positive fucking energy and go down to the fucking dealership and buy yourself a new car, because that fucking shitbox you're driving right now is gonna fucking blow the fuck up and kill some other people.
Wait, I
and
can
yourself.
do that? I can go out to the dealership and woo?
Well, you can try,
What
but it
about a
ain't
bank?
gonna work.
What
That
about
ain't
a
gonna
bank?
fucking.
Can I
You know
get a
what I
house
mean?
with some woo?
We'll get a little bit more into that and some of the aspects of that and what's true about that, because in a way you do create your reality, but in a way you don't create your reality, which we'll delve a little bit more into that as we go along here and stuff. So that's some of the stuff that there's 30% of that is true, 70% of that is bullshit, you know. And you got it. Ducking the weed, but bobbing, always training, always boom. You never stop learning. We have this fucking massive fucking, well, it's not, I mean, yeah, it's pretty big. It's pretty good size compared to other fucking mammals and fucking beings out there that we know of and stuff like that. But there's fucking supercomputer inside our brain, up here inside our head, that just wants to suck up all the fucking information and shit. But we got to help it process the information and figure out what's real and throw out all the other stuff. I mean, you can keep the fake shit in there, but just put it into a file that you know it's fucking fake shit. So that when it comes up again, you'll be like, nope, that's bullshit. Here, this is fake, and this is why it's fake. And
The
here,
same
this is
file
why
you
it's...
put the Avengers and Marvel and DC
Yeah,
and
exactly.
everything in.
Compartmentalize.
And,
That's the thing.
Twilight
People,
Zone and stuff.
That's why people fall for a lot of this stuff and stuff, because we're not taught how to use our brains properly. We're taught certain things and whatever to get through daily lives without fucking killing ourselves and everything like that. But to get through everything, you really got to learn how to think of your brain as a fucking computer. Literally, it is. And when you think of it that way, but hopefully you know how to actually use a real computer too, because most people don't. Computer, phone, whatever it is, you know how to navigate and stuff like that. Use your brain as a computer. It's just like a computer. As you're researching and stuff, create files in your head. Store stuff here, store stuff there. Put it in a fucking, name it whatever. Plausible, not fucking woo-woo bullshit. Or it is woo-woo bullshit. And all these little things and subcategorize and do all this stuff and weed in with research. And then when you watch it and listen and stuff, replay, rewind, use your head, poop, 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 without doing it on the screen and stuff. Listen what they're saying. Look for visual cues and remember all this stuff. Remember all the stuff, because again, this thing is a fucking supercomputer. The shit that your brain, that's some of the stuff out of this spiritual, new age, woo-woo, all that stuff that comes out of it. This thing, you can do some amazing fucking things with this brain. But we're all walking around and we want things to be built and made and everybody else to do it and all this stuff, and we don't want to think about it and everything. But then they also have the influence of we're being, we have to work, we have to go to school, we have to do this, we have to do that, blah, 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 the rat race of fucking life and everything like that that's pushed upon us from the fucking dark side, fucking, of the, quote-unquote government, people that rule the world and everything, the people in charge, the people with all the money and power and stuff like that. That's real. That's some of the stuff that you could take out of these conspiracy theories and all that stuff. That's real. There really are some people in charge who've got a lot of money that are fucking sadistic people, and they fucking think of crazy fucking sadistic ways to make more fucking money and everything like that and keep us entrapped and enslaved. We can come up with a whole bunch of evidence to show that. Actual evidence. You can see it on a daily basis. Just open your eyes. It's everywhere.
You can call them whatever you want to call them, Cabal, Dark Side, Illuminati, whatever fucking.
But they're not aliens, they're not reptilians and stuff like that. Now, again, some of them, they may, because religion does play a factor in this, because people are Christian, people are Muslims, people are this. So some of these people may be satanic and believe in that kind of stuff. But that doesn't mean the devil is real. And all that stuff is real just because some of these people may believe in that type of stuff and practice that type of stuff. Just because you Christians and people who believe in God doesn't mean he's real. And the stuff that you do and whatever, or anything like that. So just, you know what I mean? Yeah, that stuff, it's a little weird, a little crazy. Fucking sacrifice blood, drinking blood, whatever. But some of the stuff that you guys do is a little weird, and and some of the stuff I do is weird and everything like that. So, again, you can't be like, oh, that's, whatever, and because they're, okay? They're just evil, sadistic fucking people. They're like that everywhere in every fucking thing. Because, again, you have the fucking... You got the sex scandals and stuff with the churches, all this stuff everywhere. So there's just evil throughout the world. It doesn't mean they're aliens. It doesn't mean they're demons and devils and fucking entities and all this other things and everything like that. Yes, it's nice to think about. It's nice. It could be a minor plausible, very blah, 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 but there's not a goddamn shred of evidence, not one piece yet, to prove that any of that shit is fucking real. It's still on the hypothesis, not even moved into fucking theory or anything like that. It's not even yet to fucking hypothesis. Okay, we'll call it a hypothesis. Again, if you want to research this stuff, you need to know what these words are: hypothesis, and you know what I mean, and then theories, and then you need to experiment, and then you need to do this and stuff. But these people just like, I'm a researcher. Instagram, here I come. Oh fuck!
I'm a journalist.
I solved it. I know why Notre Dame burned down. Q admitted it. All this blah, 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 blue, 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 blue.
Wait,
I just seen it.
You didn't see Jesus in the fire?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus was in the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And guess what? Did you see that the cross didn't burn? That's a miracle that in that old wooden structure where wood only burns at like 600 degrees.
You got your Jesus woo-woo miracles happening with the church, but then you got your conspiracy. There was all these pedophile priests and somebody went in and they burned them all in there alive and there's bodies in there.
And guess what else? One of the wealthiest organizations in the world was able to raise over $1 billion.
24 hours.
Yes.
Then you got the other conspiracy. It's just a distraction from the other stuff going
guess
on,
what?
and the tribunals and the stuff, and Q announced, and they knew this was going to happen.
And guess what else they have to do to build it? If you want to build it back the same way the structure was built before, you have to cut down a whole other fucking forest to do it. Good luck with your $1 billion, fuckers, for a fucking structure. The cross. Yeah, the cross is metal. Is fucking gold. I think it's
exactly.
It's not that it burned at 600 degrees.
A regular fire like that, 600-700 fucking degrees, maybe something that intense. Because it was a pretty tense. Maybe some areas spiking around 850, but gold doesn't melt until well over 1200, 1300, higher. So the cross, I mean, people, that's thing. But then there's all these fucking things. Q fucking posted some cryptic fucking thing that said forest, April, whatever. Supposedly they call the fucking something about the church, the forest, the attic of the forest, and then there was this thing. They cleaned out a whole bunch of fucking relics and all this stuff from an area. They're repairing the church. It's been under repairs for fucking the last, I don't know how many years, like fucking 2 years. They take stuff in and out of each section as they do it. That's what they do on historical restorations all across the world. And guess what? Fires and disasters happen during this all across the world. And only certain ones are cherry-picked and picked out as, oh no, there's a conspiracy here.
But wait.
Let's overlook all these other ones and the fact that this type of stuff happens all the time when these types of things happen because they're trying to update it and make it so it's safer and all this stuff.
But what happened is, too, though, I don't know if you heard the latest news. There was some guy, I think it was New York, who got caught trying to go burn down the church with like 4 gallons of gas and everything. So Q's going to say, oh my God, see, that's what we were talking about. It wasn't the Notre Dame thing. It was these guys. They're being activated by the deep cabal state. And Jordan Sather's going to have a fucking picnic with this. Oh, I know when he gets a hold of it.
Yeah, and it's just they go rampant and wild. And no, I don't agree with the church and all the things they do and fucking, you know, all that stuff and everything. But, you know, to come up with all these crazy ass fucking conspiracies and things that are said, I mean, just be thankful that nobody's lives was lost and everything like that.
How can you be mad at the church when they actually, if you read the Bible,
You know, it is kind of sad because like
do.
it is
an old structure.
It is an
beautiful
old
building,
structure,
blah, blah,
historical
blah.
structure. And the architecture, the craftsmanship of that building was fucking amazing. It's just like the pyramids and stuff. And if it stayed around for that much longer, it would be like that, the same thing and everything like that. You know, then I see people be like, oh, but the Europeans, they stole the land from the indigenous people and stuff. And I'm like, so indigenous people have never stolen land from other indigenous people and stuff, and there's never been into tribal battles and shit and stolen and whatever, and you're all fucking spiritual fucking perfect beings and everybody in the whole entire world has been perfect since the beginning of time? Nope. So get over your fucking little pity fucking party over there and shit like that. Yeah, it's bullshit that the Europeans did whatever they did and stuff, but you're fucking, you know, the other fucking cultures and other fucking people have done things too. We're nobody's perfect. So to be crying about that and stuff and be like, I'm glad it burned down, and blah, 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 blah. Well, don't think of it as the religious aspect. Don't think about it as somebody stole the land from somebody to do it or whatever and stuff like that. Look at it as the fucking human aspect and the loss of that human fucking architecture and that feat that the humans accomplished, especially for at the time. And then it survived that long.
And I'm pretty sure...
As a wooden structure, okay? The pyramids survived. They're fucking stone. All the other stone shit. This shit was 850 years old, almost 1,000 years old. 1,000-year-old wood structure, still standing. Human ingenuity, human engineering, craftsmanship.
And the fucked up
and
thing,
all these people just want to
humans
shit all over it.
But think about it, the current humans just fucked it up
did.
by accident. But yeah.
You know, but again, it's kind of hard and it happens and stuff when you do this. But they're trying to, you know, preserve it and do whatever. So they were trying to install sprinklers and systems so in case it does happen again or whatever, because it's had little fires and things have happened before. So, and that's why they try and do this with other structures. Damn, look at this fucking ghost walking. Ghosts.
A ghost just walked in the fucking building.
That's good.
What up, Jim? What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Oh, yeah, it's that time of year again. It starts showing up again. It's getting warm.
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Man, even bought Fonto. My man.
You know, so not every little thing is a fucking conspiracy. Not everything is whatever. And if there is a conspiracy, I bet you 70% of the fucking conspiracy is bullshit, and there may be 30% truth to it. Some of it, a little bit of this, maybe some truth to this. Maybe somebody did set the church on fire because they're mad at the church. Maybe that's true. Maybe some of that's true. Maybe it was a distraction. But I doubt it. I really doubt that they would do that for a distraction.
And if they're mad, they have a lot of reasons to be mad. A lot of shit going on, so I don't think it's,
There's a lot of other ways that they can distract people and keep people distracted than fucking destroying fucking 1,000-year-old fucking, you know, human fucking feats of engineering.
Just saying, folks. You just gotta weed through some of this shit.
You gotta just weed through it. Look through the bullshit here.
There were 3 churches destroyed here in America, 3 black churches in Louisiana by some fucking racist asshole. I'm sure those churches mean just as much to those folks who attend those churches as that church means to other people. It's just, it is what it is. You know, but there's just not some crazy bullshit and everything. That there is, just keep looking for it. But Q ain't fucking Q ain't us.
Because some of it was Q stuff. Because there's these people that I look into. They're like, Q was right. He said he posted at the beginning of the month, Forest, and then April. You know, Q just random. I bet she's got a random word generator. And he just gets lucky occasionally with something. Because then they're like, and then the next
Or
thing.
you go by the seasons and stuff,
Because
too.
supposedly they do call like an attic part of the Notre Dame Church the Forest. So Q got something, okay, the forest. But he didn't say the forest was going to burn. He just said forest, April. Anything could happen in fucking the forest in April. It's fucking springtime, that time of the year. Fucking, who the fuck knows what's going to happen in the forest in fucking April and shit? It's just fucking ridiculous.
Good luck.
Good luck.
How do you say
proving
that in
it. Show me.
Albanian? Good luck. People are willing to believe anything.
Anything. They just
Q
fucking
anus.
pick and fucking... Pick and shit they don't understand. They don't
Insiders,
whatever.
outsiders. We got outsiders. We don't need insiders. Y'all can keep your fucking insiders. We don't do that here. That doesn't get done here. That's why we live by the 30% rule. And we're going to keep looking with all this shit. Even with that, if there is something to it, it's going to be something we can find. We'll keep looking, but not the surface cream shit. I tell you all the time. Just remember, the surface shit looks good. When you start to go and investigate and you get on that internet and you start typing into Google words and stuff, you're going to get everything that you originally want. That's what we got.
Look for what you don't want. That's what a real researcher will do. A real, true investigator, really searching for the truth, is not... If you're just searching for what you believe in, you're not searching for the truth. You're searching for things that support your beliefs. And it's not the truth. You have to look at things that go against it and stuff, and then weigh the two. You have to use your discernment and judgment. That's the only way to get through life. And that's why so many people, their lives and everything along all over the fucking world, and especially in this fucking country, are so fucked up because nobody has any discernment and judgment on anything. I'm going to eat what I want. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to do da-da-da-da. Watch. And they're fucking all fucking sick and fucked up and fucking their minds all mushed and like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm fucking crazy and shit. And everybody's fucking, it's just fucking crazy world going on out there because nobody's stopping and thinking. That's some of the stuff that comes out of the conscious, spiritual, woke thing and stuff. Being in the now, being in the present moment, aware of everything that's going on and everything that's being said and everything that's happening and stuff. That's good. Learning how to be mindful. Using your discernment and your judgment mindfully. That's some of the good that people take away, but people don't fucking that's just the little fluff stuff that they're like, yeah, I meditate, yeah, man, I'm in the now, and
I got
stuff
crystals,
like that.
man.
And I guarantee
I got
you,
rocks.
they can't meditate more than 5 fucking minutes, and they couldn't sit in the now for more than a fucking minute without their fucking mind chatter and going off and doing anything like that. But again, that's some of the good stuff. That's some of meditation is very good for you. It's very, very good for you. I meditate twice a day, sometimes more. You know what I mean?
Eating healthy.
Eating
Good for
healthy
you.
is good for you. Being mindful, being in the now, you know what I mean? Now is the only real time there is and stuff. Yes, we use time as a measurement and structure, whatever, and stuff that happened in the past that was in the past, but at that time when it happened, it was now.
Time traveling
You
right
know what I
now.
mean?
Welcome to the future.
Eating healthy, thinking
Welcome
and
to the
taking
future.
better care of yourself and your family
Future.
and the people around you, taking
Future.
better care of the earth, being mindful about what you're eating, where it's coming from, because that's taking effect on the earth. What you're using for products in your home and everything like that, you know what I mean? How you're taking care, you're recycling, doing all kinds of stuff. Where's your money going to? Is it investing in things that are destroying this planet, or is it investing in things that isn't destroying this planet and they're trying to actually help this planet? Those are some of the good things. Those are some of the positive things. And a lot of these people out there are just saying those things, and they're not actually living this stuff.
Well,
and they're
that's how they
actually
fish you
doing
in.
it and
That's
stuff.
the bait.
They
That's
hit
the
you in
bait.
there with the bait, and they get you in there. And some of these people, they'll start off eating healthy, and they'll start doing this, and they'll start being like, yeah, I'm recycling and stuff, that, and then they go off of that, and they're just like, aliens. No, man, that's your ego talking, man.
Hey, dude, you can
your
find most of them in the bar.
reflection and
You
blah,
can
blah,
find
blah,
most of them
blah,
sitting in the
and
bar
they're just all on
drinking.
that high and mighty spiritual, I'm so woke, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? You saying that right there means you're not woke at all. Your ass is fucking fast asleep. Because you riding on a fucking high horse, and that ain't too spiritual of your ass, but I see all these fucking people out there, all these accounts, all these fucking, even fucking Corey Good and shit, on his fucking high horse, David Wilcox, all spiritual and shit, Corey Good trying to fucking sit there, fucking, he can't even cross his legs and stuff on his fucking side of a mountain. I come here every day. And I'm like, no you don't, dude. No you don't at all. You don't fucking come here. You probably didn't even walk up here. There's a fucking ATV trail over there, and somebody just drove your ass, and you walked over to the fucking edge of this cliff.
Stop here.
Some
Keep a
guy,
big auto view.
the fucking camera guy was like, "Yeah, this will be a great shot right here. Let's do it."
Do it.
Somebody help you cross your fucking legs and shit because you fucking drink
Hey,
so
I
much
can't
all your
cross my
joints.
legs. Hey,
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't
I'm not
cross my
just. I'm
legs.
just saying, but him because he's fucking drinking. You can just tell him he's all puffy. He's fucking drinking to death. He's like, "Fuck my." Anybody finds out my life is really fucked. He's just pounding it away and shit.
Again, all you have to do is go to these events, which I
that's
do.
what
I say it for anybody who's
know.
new here. There's no Monday morning quarterbacks here. My ass, and we've been doing it for years, going to events from paranormal on down to conscious everything from here to Cali and back and shit, and still doing. I'll be at Contact in the Desert next month, the end of next month into June. So we go to these events. I see people. I watch people. I talk to these people. I hear them speak and stuff. This is years of doing this.
See what they're doing when they're not at the event, when they're going back to their hotels or they're down, in the lobbies and
the end of the night
at the restaurants,
the air jacket
and
conversations
everything
are
else,
great.
and everything like that. That's part of investigating and researching. Just sit back and watch and listen.
Because in most cases, you can't go and really talk. These people they're not going to defend themselves. They're not going to be in a situation where you can talk to them. In these events, I'm sure if you ask too many of the wrong questions, they're going to get you kicked out and shit like that. They got security with them and all kinds of fucking funny shit that I see go on. So that's the thing, too. It's not like most of these people who are out here right now making some noise, who are not in a sense fighting back, but are just questioning this shit and asking for legitimate responses, legitimate evidence, legitimate answers, aren't going to get them. All they do is sit back and say, there's the haters and the deep state, and these people are psyops, and they're all part of this, all this smoke and mirrors and shit. But they don't actually address anything that people are saying. They just keep going on with the stories. They just keep carrying it on. They got to keep carrying it on. As soon as something gets figured out, it's like, well, no, it's something else. It's just a bunch of smoke and mirrors. So it's not like no one has said to any of these people, let's have a conversation. They can come have a conversation here. It doesn't have to be, we're not arguing. We're not yelling. We might swear and stuff like that, but we have conversations with people all the time. These people don't want to do that. They just want to sit and preach and tell you these fucking grandiose stories that make no fucking sense. And none of it is provable. And most of these people, other than Corey, because my favorite with David Wilcox, my biggest problem with him is all these years, since the 90s, talking all this shit. None of it is first-hand information. It's always this source or this person, or I talked to these guys, or my insiders and stuff like that. Why you? What the fuck have you done? Why would they come to you and tell you this? There's so many people. If you really, I say this too, if you were the person who had real information on aliens, on a super space force or whatever, secret, whatever, space force, or whatever the fuck it is, that is one of these things that all these people talk about, for you to take that to a legitimate media outlet and put it out there, you would be a rock star. You'd be the most famous person on the planet. Everybody would want to know what you're talking about. What is this real? They're going to start to question, what does this mean if there's aliens, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They're not doing that. They're giving information at events, at conferences and shit.
You'd have protection from all the people who believe you and then see your evidence to be like, nope, fuck, don't come there.
Shit, I'll come be your bodyguard.
People would be eating your food. Nope, no poison in here. You can eat it and everything. You wouldn't have to worry because that's always their excuse. Well, I'm fearing for my life. By holding on to this information, they're out to get me.
But I tell you the information at conferences.
And then David Wilcox posts this little video. He's
random
like,
radio shows and podcasts.
Somebody sideswiped my car tonight. The cabal's trying to take me out. We're all at the hospital getting checked out.
Yo,
the only thing that happened is fucking mirror got hit and it's hanging off the car. So he's got everybody in the hospital.
Dude,
he got the car and shit.
He got the flu during flu season.
They got the flu, exactly. He got the flu during the flu season. It's just so strange, I'm sick right now. I don't know what's on.
But the irony is, right, these people believe that these people are so deadly, they're so sadistic and twisted and all this type of stuff that they would keep failing. They wouldn't possibly just be able to take anybody out at any time when they wanted to. No, they're that bad. You need security on this stuff from these killers and these people and stuff, but they could never take you out. And every time they attempt to,
these people
like give you a flu or a headache.
Top secret fucking cabal. Nobody in the world knows about it, what's going on except for you people and everything. And they're so powerful, they can keep all this stuff secret from everything, but they can't take you out.
They can't shut you up.
They can't shut you up. They can't keep you from doing what you're doing and putting out your information. I smells bullshit with a little bit of woo woo woo.
A whole lot of woo woo woo.
Woo woo.
That's what it is. That's the theme song right there for that. That's exactly what it is. Thank you, Jeffrey Osborne. He called it. They don't even know what the woo woo is either. Can you woo woo woo? Oh Lord, it sounds good. It sounds like really great science fiction. I've seen the movies. I've read the comic books. I read those books. I watched Star Trek and Star Wars and Twilight Zone and fucking the Night Gallery and the Night Stalker and all these old fucking things that they watched. I watched the same thing. I'll be 50 years old next year. I came up with all that shit, the beginning of it and everything. Watched it all, read it all. Comic books, the movies, I've seen them all this stuff. And the funny thing is they'll say things like, now I know this sounds like science fiction. I know it sounds like something out of an Avengers movie and stuff, but this is real stuff. Yeah, it's
This
real
is real
fucking
stuff,
science
and that's
fiction.
what they're doing. They're putting it right in your face by putting it in movies and stuff. That's how you know what I'm saying is real, because you've seen it in the movie.
Yeah.
They put real stuff into movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's real. That's my proof.
But yet, 2019, the aliens still ain't just pulled up. According to them, there's like 200 and something different kind of aliens they know. So if there's all these different kind of alien races, and they're coming from everywhere in the galaxy, nobody by accident just pulls up in Boston. This flies right over the city of Boston, so everybody can fucking see it, or D.C., or just some random city, not because they want to go to the White House, the old school, like, we come for your leader, take us to your leader. Not that type of shit. They just pull up by accident. Just by accident. And happen to pull up in Los Angeles. Big ass, everybody can see it. Oh shit, now in all the cameras, everything is pointed that way. That just hasn't happened yet. It's 2019. And all these people with cameras, the Secure Team 10s and all these channels that just regurgitate because I've called them out on their own fucking channel. They never answer about a lot of the shit that they pull up, which is clearly not a fucking UFO. It's you can identify a lot of this shit, from planes that just reflecting off the sun to fucking nightclub spotlights and event spotlights and shit. And these people regurgitate all these same fucking pictures, all the same fucking bullshit, and none of it is proof of anything. Nothing.
None of it.
It sounds good. They put creepy music behind it, when they're doing their fucking intros.
They cut in
shit.
footage of fucking
Hold on. Here
movies
you go.
that look similar.
So tonight, we've got a special video. This video contains stuff never seen before of a UFO over Duluth.
It cuts up to a scene of a fucking UFO movie that came out in 1985 and shit like that.
Exactly.
Before they show the actual footage, and then it cuts to another UFO fucking scene from another fucking movie and shit like that. And then they show the other footage again, zoomed in, circles around it, cropped up. What is it? It's an alien.
Dun, dun, dun. Everything's so suspenseful.
Killing my voice tonight on this shit.
Dude, and again, this is watching all these people, being fans of some of it at some point, because, all right, some of it, you can, in all of it, you watch a lot of these channels, they put up all these, it might be one that's a UFO, yeah, but still, what does that mean? My favorite is the video, there's a video, and everybody quotes this thing, and I don't remember where it is, like Turkey or something, and it's supposed to be a UFO, and they can zoom in, and they can see a window, and it's supposed to be two aliens inside of it. It's like, that's proof. There's proof right there. Some vague fucking video that someone put up that's supposed to be a UFO that supposedly shows these two aliens in a window. Why aliens need a window or whatever, I don't understand. And why their vehicles look like us and have lights like ours, like the plane lights.
I know, you're flying through space. Windows don't matter most of the fucking
The aliens
time.
are just sitting there drawing on the window little circles, looking
Especially
out.
at the speeds they're fucking traveling at, because if you know anything, because of course everybody's a rocket fucking scientist and know everything about space and how fucking alien fucking space travel and shit. You understand how fucking fast you have to be traveling at to come from another galaxy or even another star system in our own fucking galaxy?
It's not a
Fuck,
rocket?
even coming from within our own solar system, if Nibiru and all these fucking Anunnakis are coming back and forth on their spaceships, do you know how fast their spaceship would have to fucking be traveling? Windows ain't gonna help you. You ain't gonna fucking see what you're gonna hit out a window traveling faster than the speed of fucking light and shit.
No, but when they
and you
get
ain't
there-
traveling that fast on a rocket ship.
Rocket Man.
Like all these people think. You know, well, actually, a lot of them are like, oh no, now they have these. They just fucking think about what kind of ship they want to fly in, and it just appears out of the thin air. Cause I'm Emery
Word.
Smith, and I made up the greatest story ever. I'm telling you, these beings, they just think about it, and all of a sudden there's a fucking spaceship, and they think about whatever they can do. you know, that's what I saw, you know, and that's what they told us when they were trapped in their prisons. They can think about and make and do anything that they want because they're that kind of being, but they're trapped
In a prison.
In a prison by us dumb humans that know nothing. According to you, Emery Smith, these guys have all the technology and shit, but we magically had a technology to keep them here. We were able to capture them and put them in a prison.
Hey, we got machine guns.
And you're taking their blood.
We got machine guns, dude.
Amazing. They let you get close enough to them without going, oh, blah, blah, blah. Spaceship, fly away. Really?
Yeah.
And everybody listening, they're like, oh my God, wow, really? You got to take an alien's blood?
No, but he got to, there wasn't like 100 and something different kinds of aliens that he autopsied or did whatever.
All this stuff, but he didn't take one alien slide out so he can show everybody. No little slide with blood on it. Nothing. Didn't get any test results from.
Well, no, didn't he have to remember that he did all that though? Because didn't he forget? And then he had to start.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about this, okay? Because these people know nothing about the human brain and how it works and stuff, okay? So that age regressed and their memory is wiped, and now they remember this stuff because they got their memory back. All right, let's take Corey Good, for example, because his story a little bit more out there, a little bit more prevalent and stuff. From estimates, he's been age regressed and memory wiped from roughly 20 to 60 years, 3 times, 20 backs, according to him, okay? Just imagine, do you know what? Your brain would probably fucking explode if you, just one of those, just all of a sudden remembered 20 fucking years, all the detail, everything of 20 years. Just think of that, because that's what he says. He says, just one night, I just remembered everything. It just came to me in a flash. Flashback. I just could remember everything. He said all 20 years, I remembered everything about it. Just think about that. Now, even if you cut out, okay, you don't remember the smells, you don't remember the touches, you don't remember the feels, all that stuff. You just have the memories of everything that you were doing and saying. Just that fucking information alone would make your mind explode because it's trying to put that information into your brain in places where your brain thinks that you were somewhere else and stuff. That's why, like, MK Ultra and stuff like that, which is real, they did try and mind control, and they probably still have some mind control things going on out there and shit like that, trying to do that stuff. But it's a really fucking touchy thing, because, again, this super cute computer up here, we don't know how to fucking operate, don't know how it works and shit, and they fuck up a lot. Fried a lot of people's heads doing that shit, giving people acid, they're jumping out fucking windows and stuff.
Hey, mine
really
fucked up.
happened.
I had an aneurysm.
You know? Yeah, exactly, you know?
My brain exploded, yo.
So there it really is that. So, and that's the problem when why they got rid of MK Ultra and they moved on to trying to do whatever the next program is, whatever, is because they were literally frying people's men. They can't handle that. They can't. They got this shit implanted in between all these other memories, and the brain's like, it doesn't work. It's not wired this way. It's and it ends up blowing up in their face, and the people go crazy or whatever, or, you know, and. They're just like, oh, well, you're crazy. You go over here now. On to the next thing. And there's truth to that. We got the documents to show that and to say that. And we know that, you know, with a lot of these people who are actual neuroscientists and stuff like that, biologists, neurobiologists, study the brain, how the human brain works, psychologists, you know, all this stuff, understand and trying to understand how this works, can tell you this stuff. But no, I'm David Wilcox. I don't have a doctorate in anything, and I got all this information because people just like to tell me everything. They come to me for some reason. Or I'm Corey Good. So just think about that. 3 times his brain fucking would have exploded. 3 times.
No, but the way that they do it, they have a way
He would have
that
been. You
buffers
think
the
he's
brain.
fucking crazy with the shit? He would have been just a babbling fucking idiot. All of a sudden, fucking 20 years of memories come back. He would have been like, fucking dude would have been twigging the fuck out. He would have running around. Oh, this fucking alien. What the fuck is this? Collapsed apples. Oh my god. Drop ceilings. Oh my god. Spaceships. Where am I? Am I on Mars? Am I on Earth? Ah, am I a little boy? Am I an adult? What the fuck?
I'm 180
This
years
dude
old.
would have been fucking going nuts. Just fucking think about it. But no, nobody's like, oh wow, yeah, I believe you. Now, I can pull one of their lines of stuff. The fluoride is definitely working on you.
Oh, yeah.
They like to use that about the people that question the things they're saying. Be like, yeah, you're taking the fluoride. No, I think you guys are taking the fluoride. What's in that Kool-Aid y'all drinking?
It's got magic in it. 30%, folks. The 70-30 rule.
So, I got this here. Let's get into this one here. All right, this says 7 ways to recognize a New Age huckster from a spiritual teacher.
Wow.
New Age is actually good to throw all this in because it is New Age. It is more modern. It is a newer thing. The alien thing, the ghost thing, all that stuff only goes back about 100 and 120 years when you really start to research this stuff and really look into this thing. Well, where did aliens start to come from? When did they start to use the word alien, UFO? When did all this happen to? Look where it came from. Wasn't anything mainstream. Wasn't any scientists. It was some sci-fi shit.
Sci-fi.
Some people writing some stories. Some people fucking channeling. And fucking some people that have connections to the fucking secret cabal. The dark side.
Dun, 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 dun.
That are into satanic stuff. But they were also New Age believers and pushers of this whole entire thing. Because a lot of that is a psyop. And a lot of this stuff, aliens and all that stuff, you look where it starts. When you do the research and you uncover this stuff, you can see that it comes to that. So anyway, this is 7 ways to recognize a New Age huckster from it says spiritual teacher, but we'll just say from an actual teacher, an actual person, knows truth. We're not all looking for the spiritual side of everything or whatever. We're just looking for truth. So
you can't handle the truth.
Number 1. They charge more than necessary. Now, I believe that spiritual teachers should be paid for their teachings, and or teachers and people should be paid for their teachers. They need time, money, effort. You should be compensated.
It's going to be $10,000 for the mystery, super mystery Scooby School.
Oh, that's exactly. Well, you read this? I think you did, though.
No, I didn't, but it just sounds like something I heard recently. You can ascend to the Ascension Mystery.
As with everyone, every man is worth their hire. We cannot expect someone to trade valuable teachings for nothing, just as a plumber should be traded for their services. It is either paid in some form of money or in hard and sweat tears. But when a spiritual teacher charges $10,000 to teach you about a spiritual awakening, there could be something else they are awakening you towards. Because some of these spiritual teachers and stuff charge thousands of dollars for you to go to their little retreats for the weekend. That's just to go to the retreat. You then have to pay to get to Hawaii or fucking Peru and shit like this and all these fucking crazy things that these people are doing. But you can go and book a trip there and spend $1,000 for the hotel and save yourself $9,000 and get some real spiritual fucking thing hiking through Hawaii or whatever. Not listening to some fucking bullshit. So, and it's definitely not towards the teachings itself. You know it's not towards. It don't cost fucking $10,000 for to fucking teach fucking a room full of people this shit.
Yes, it does.
In Hawaii. Well, it does, because you're paying for this guy to be in Hawaii, or this girl, or whoever it is that's teaching you this stuff. If their reasoning for payment is not on par with what they are offering, you have the right to be wary. So look out for overly high prices. People that are selling you a book that's, it's not a very thick book, 100 pages, and they want $49.95 or whatever.
$49.95.
Doesn't even have fucking colored pictures. Doesn't even have pictures.
Oh, it does, but it's drawn
got
in
a whole bunch
crayon.
of blank pages in the beginning and the back and shit. And they're like, yeah, this is the truth right here. Yeah, it's got all the information you need right in this little book, $49.95.
And they draw.
And there may be some questions you want to ask and stuff, even if it's a big thick book. And they're charging you $29.95.
Hey, if they're charging you $5.95,
still could be a good story, good read, and everything.
They
like
might
that.
be giving the shit away for free.
It's just like when you go and looking for a cookbook.
Question the free ones too.
You question the cookbook that you're looking for and stuff like that.
Free don't make it better.
But you find a book that says aliens and this is the truth, and you're like, oh, I don't give a fuck. I'm buying this one. How much? $300. I'll take it. Ooh, this one has a spaghetti recipe I like. How much for that? $300. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yo, they got
if
free
you said $20, maybe. I'll just take the alien book. Then it's like, hello, McFly, what the fuck?
McFly. Some people might not get that reference. They might be too young.
All right, number 2. Everything is relative.
Can I hit it?
Yo, I
Go
didn't
ahead.
pass it. Who did I pass it to already?
Nobody.
Nobody? Okay. He hasn't really been here, so I was
Who
just
cares
going
about
him
him?
first.
He's irrelevant.
Well, I got some others to roll here too, but I'm the
We
only
don't
one
like
that can
him.
roll.
He's useless.
Here, let's do this at the same time. Everything is relative with them. Be wary of any spiritual or teacher who uses relativity to justify their reasons. Although it is true that most of what we know is relative, there is such a thing as objectivity.
What does this word even mean?
Instead of thinking in terms of relativity and objectivity, think of it as truth and a higher truth. This article has got it's got some truth to it. It's got some bullshit. It's got, how to discern everything. So that's why it's a good article here. A truth is what we think we know as truth. This qualifies as personal truth or my and your truth. But when everyone comes to the same conclusion, it is technically a higher truth. It is a truth that no other truth comes after. For example, the sun exists. No matter how much you want to say it doesn't, it exists.
Sun ain't real.
Okay? No matter how many perspectives there are, it is still there whether we believe it or not. It's still there. Whether it is in the earth realm, the astral realm, the spiritual realm, any dimension, it exists in all of them. The sun is still there. Okay? When the mystics speak that all is an illusion, they do not mean that it is an illusion for me, but not for you. Spirituality and these teachings speak of things that are, not as how we imagine them to be. So that's where a lot of these woo spiritual new age fucking conscious woke people, they're getting it completely wrong, completely backwards. See, there's some truth to this spirituality stuff, and these teachings and stuff. Obviously, they've been teaching spirituality type of teachings for thousands of years.
Forever, kid. Forever. It's nothing fucking new, kid.
You get that, yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta give it to him because you
Go back
up
to him
the-
now
yeah,
because
you
I don't know
fucked
who
up
I'm.
the
I'm trying to I'm in the middle trying to talk and roll the blunt, next blunt at the same time. So
We should let
I must be
Junior
an
talk.
alien.
You're not? No, I'm the alien. Wait, what am I? No, I've been talking
All right, so
Anunnaki.
the truth never changes, but it might change you. This is still part of number 2. A spiritual teacher can abuse the meaning of everything's relative to a point that it's all your fault and never them, especially when their teachings are contradictory and they are caught in the corner. Not only that, but a life lived only in perspectives is a path which goes nowhere because there wouldn't be a path at all. Of course, spiritual teachers can be wrong, and that's okay. If a spiritual teacher is telling you they're never wrong, they're not a spiritual teacher. Or they're not a teacher. If somebody is saying that they're never wrong, their information is always right, they're correct 100% of the time, they're 100% bullshit, or at least 70% bullshit. Sometimes they may speak in parables and not the whole truth due to backlash, and that's okay as well. But when they use the relative argument for anything that is against them, turn the other way. Number 3, they call themselves masters.
Uh-oh.
The wise needs no title to his craft but the love of his spirit. Grand names like Ascended Master, Mystic, and Pagan deities, Archangels, Metatrons,
Kings, queens, presidents,
etc., are red flags, especially if they have a spiritual ring to them. What's even worse is if they had no training in a certain religion but dressed like a yogi or a spiritual master.
You can get any outfit you want on Amazon.
Wait, it's me.
Yes, you.
No, the clothes don't make you spiritual. It's only appearance, and appearances are illusions. They will usually act high and mighty and become hard to reach when they get to this level. Once I met a master who keeps trying to prove that his powers were real. He was always concerned about how he got his information and why he is proving it to you. Oh, a cricket in the background? This means that my energy is affecting the environment around me. Blah, blah, blah. How do you know what I know? I just got a download from the universe. You know the people. You've heard it before. Now, again, you can get a download. You can get some information come from wherever it comes from, have an epiphany. That's your thoughts. That's you sitting there thinking and putting together stuff, and bam, it's your download. It's not a fucking being from the universe and all this other shit. Anyway.
That's not true, because I talk to the Rastafarians
Oh,
all
yeah,
the time.
I forgot.
I channel the
Me too.
Rastafarians.
I channel them.
And they have a
Don't
simple
forget about
message.
420, Green Blaze. That's not going to happen again for another 420 years. We'll announce it again at the end of the
Smoke
show.
weed every day.
So be sure to tune in for that. How do you know? Have some discernment. Again, big thing tonight. Big thing in life. Discernment. A true spiritual teacher has nothing to prove. This man is battling within himself because he wanted everyone to believe he has power. He has the knowledge. He has the truth that everybody wants to hear. But the only power he possesses is the ability to deceive himself or themselves. As the poetry of Zen Master Ryokan says, I don't regard my life as insufficient. Inside the brushwood gate there is a moon. There are flowers. In other words, let yourself be. That is the embodiment of real mastery. The reason why these people hold the information and they give you limited amounts is to keep you there on the reel as the hook. They're the ones in charge. They have the power. They have the information. You need to come to them.
Sorry. It's always about them, them, them. They know everything. They're everything. They're tapped into something nobody else can tap into. The aliens only talk to them. The aliens don't talk to anybody else. They only communicate with them.
Yep, nobody else can know this information. All right, number 4, big one here, real big one, because we all have this disability. We all have empathic abilities. Nobody's more special than anybody else. We all can sense things and do this stuff. A dark vibe, number 4. That is it. You will know it when you feel it. You see the spiritual teacher, you hear them speak, all spiritual, but you feel a little strange. You kind of feel like they're gonna touch you under the table.
What?
I just had that.
Someone's gonna kill somebody?
But you feel a little strange. She has a dark vibe. No, I don't mean evil or sinister, satanic vibe, alien, fucking kill me vibes. It's like there is no light in them, hollow, an absence of soul or genuineness of what they are talking about or speaking about. There is a feeling that his energy is everywhere, uncontrolled and chaotic. I once participated in a energy school, but it felt strange the moment I entered. The people say they were love and light, but people were constantly one-upping each other with their extravagant use of spiritual words. The teacher was so concerned with ego, fear, and proving his teachings. Ooh, excuse me. In fact, there was over 8 whole lessons about egos, but nothing about how to overcome them and balance them. Big thing there with these spiritual teachers and these people that talk about. They love to say, "Oh, that's your ego. That's your ego. That's just your ego reflecting." Blah 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 blah. Now, that's your ego. Learn to balance with that shit.
Hi, ego. This is ego.
And going through his teachings, I realized that he doesn't know what he's talking about at all. He's just milking the dollar signs and giving people biology lessons from free YouTube videos. Only vaguely does he describe any energy work in his lessons at all. So listen to your intuition and your gut feelings, as they are usually right from the start. They hold the only light of truth. They are teachers who believe themselves reincarnations of Jesus Christ or fucking other ascended masters or fucking Edgar Casey and fucking whatever the fucking person or case may be. The teacher who tell you they are the absolute truth, and the ones who claim to be the only one who can take you to the light. Here is a reality check. No one can do it for you. You gotta do it for yourself. A spiritual path is one where you must do it for yourself. They can lead you to the right path. in the direction towards it. They can help you with the facts or true principles, much like a scientist pointing out what happens if one does this or that, but they cannot take you there. Everything depends on you. What we say that the only true master is the master within. But it is also true that we will require to seek a spiritual teacher before we get there, because the road is rough and full of illusions. The man who thinks he can find it alone is apt to fail.
Failure.
So you have to do it by yourself, but you need some help along the way. But to seek it in the wrong hands will lead him far from his spiritual journey than where he is to do it alone. Also be wary of teachers who is coming from some traditional ancient lineage where you can't actually trace. Such teachers will praise his gurus and make you worship them in some form instead of learning the actual teaching, since the focus is on the lineage and not on the actual lessons. That's what, like Corey Good, they want you to be focused on the Biabians. That's why he brings that up and doesn't fucking talk about
anything.
I mean,
Riley Martin.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, fucking blue avians, all the fucking same shit.
The chicken birds.
Number 6, spiritual new age illusions. Make the principle of cause and effect your priority. Many of you were better before you listened to these gurus or these teachers or these fucking whoever the fuck, whatever you want to call them. Then afterwards, you feel unbalanced. You are full of fear and depression. The New Age gurus are hard to detect because they slip right under your subconscious radar. They feed you all positivity and generally make you feel good. And all love and light and peace and do this and just think positive, happy thoughts and all blah, 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 blah. Again, there's some good to that stuff. We'll get a little bit to that in a minute. But then it's not all 100% fucking true. 30%, 70%. Yeah, a little bit higher on the truth ones on that one. You do control your thoughts and your reactions to situations. They feed you all this stuff. No, they don't make you think. No, they don't make you aware. And they do not make you awake. But these gurus are great at making you feel good temporarily. To tell you what you want to hear at the time. And give you an imagination ride where all the reptilians and galactic federations will save you and help you towards ascension to the higher dimension. And you're ascended to a higher dimension, and you're ascended to a higher dimension, and you get to ascend to a higher dimension. No, sorry, you don't get to go to a higher dimension.
That's right, I don't get to go.
You don't get to go.
Yeah.
I don't get to go either.
Yeah, no, we're stuck here.
We're stuck here.
No, I told him, hey, listen.
But you all get to ascend to a higher dimension.
But hold up, I've said it before. If those motherfuckers, Corey Good, the Emery Smiths, and all these guys, and David Wilcox, and all these folks are gonna ascend soon, whatever. Bye.
See you later.
Have fun.
Can we do it sooner?
Y'all go to 7D, 9D, 1000D, whatever the fuck. I'll stay here in this D. I'll be cool on this planet, on this realm. They don't need to send me to some fucking jail planet, whatever. I'm good. This dimension is fine for me. I'm good. Y'all can leave. Bye. And y'all have your little ascension.
Well, see, no, all the people that are left, they got to go to prison planets because they reset this planet.
Oh, so we're going to a prison planet?
We go to a prison planet.
It's going to be like pitch
because this is a prison school, so we failed, so we go to prison planet.
Do I get to kill somebody with a cup?
Now. And they take other people that they've been kidnapping, and they repopulate the planet, and everybody's going to start again.
Well, I'm going to be Riddick. I'm going to kill somebody with a cup.
And that's how people just keep ascending, because Earth, it's the ascension school.
Send me to a prison planet. We out. We gone. Yeah, y'all enjoy.
So anyway, back to the thing. So we'll save you from save you and take you to ascension. The problem with short-term feel-good solutions is that the root problem doesn't go away. It's just a distraction. You got to do your shadow fucking work, people. You got to face the fucking demons. You got to face the dark side, and then you need to learn how to balance the dark and the light. You can get a lot more fucking spiritual fucking teachings out of Star Wars than you can fucking 90% of these fucking gurus and fucking woke conscious fucking
Use the Force.
truth of fucking people out here pushing all this fucking happy do-gooder feel fucking woo 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 woo, create your own reality because you're the fucking universe and fucking all that stuff. Because they totally misunderstood what fucking Carl Sagan and all these geniuses talk about when they say that we're the universe. Yes, we're made up of all the same stuff that everything else in the universe is made up of. Doesn't mean the universe is going do 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 do. Here we go, Junior. Here we go, Jiggy. Do 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 do. I'm making you move. And yes, you are the center of the universe, because when you look out around, I mean, obviously, but it doesn't mean that you're creating everything around you. Because if you were, you'd be like pink elephants, fucking new Porsches, and houses, and whatever, and here we go,
I'll
here
be
we go.
Superman.
Fucking shit up.
It's not even
That's all
turned
right.
on. First off, you have something to say. Turn the mic up. Okay. You gonna speak? Or you just gonna make a bunch of fucking noise on the
I'd
mic?
like to.
Oh, then speak. Speak.
The voices, man. The characters, I love them. Honestly, I'm having a great time.
What characters?
You
are you
like the new
referring to?
additions to the show and everything?
Huh?
You like the new additions to the show?
Oh no, the voices. What you're saying, like
Yeah.
yeah, for real. But
It's captivating.
yes, to say the least.
The irony is, you should see the actual people who do some of this shit. It makes it even better.
No, I know.
The stuff that gets.
I don't do it no justice. I mean, they're way
But-
worse than I am.
but that's what makes it funnier, because you haven't been here for a while, right? So to hear us speak, and you're someone who hasn't heard us talk about this stuff in a while, and you're sitting there like, oh shit, like to see the look on your face. and
He
your
was there for a
response
little
and
bit of the
reaction, right.
back scene and a little bit of talk behind the scene and a little bit of the research going on behind scenes as this stuff is coming up and coming out. But
But it's
all right,
just
we got a lot to go here.
Oh, it's one more?
We've got some more here. So let's get rid of this through this one. 'Cause this one also points out, ways to help.
You want me to spark that one? We can just go this way.
Yeah, we'll go that way, but
All
I still
right.
got to remember who I'm passing it back to after. But
Don't worry.
Anyway, so
we'll blunt check you.
Generally, they
Y'all
pray.
can help in the chat.
They
too.
pray for
Blunt
those who
check.
desperately need healing, those who are dissatisfied with the religions that they grew up in, those who are looking for the weird conspiracies, and those who are in a depressed moment in time. The New Age gurus will leave you confused, starved, and chained. Chained to the woo woo woo. Woo woo woo. It's like those sad, depressed fucking people in that Q story we read about a fucking few weeks. Like
My family hates me. They don't come and see me.
I mean, it is, and these people are all like, yeah, but we love Q. I got Q
They
and all
think
the
I'm
Q.
crazy.
QAnons. Go, QAnons.
The
But
QAnuses.
my whole fucking family disowned me,
The cute anuses.
which really sucks because I can't take care of myself at all. I'm kind of fucked. My house is falling apart. I can't go anywhere. I'm running out of food. Can one of you QAnons come and get me food? No? Okay, go QAnon! Anyway, all right, number 7. Obsession with a lesson. Is the teacher all about enlightenment, this or enlightenment that, but doesn't give you one step to get there? They praise the third eye as only thing that will help you with spiritual success. Open your third eye. Kill your ego.
Get that pineal gland working.
You gotta open your third eye, man.
You know about your pineal gland.
Come to my yoga class and and then we're gonna do some sound
Come
meditations.
to my Bikram yoga.
And we got all this stuff, man. It's really good price right now because this weekend's 420, everybody.
Woohoo!
420 yoga classes. Get spiritual. That was for you.
What are you trying to? That's me.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying you like that stuff. That's why. That's that's for you and anybody else who likes the new.
The voiceovers. Oh, you missed the news. I did the news in a Nigerian accent.
Well, you do the voice in the news and stuff all the time, but
The Nigerian.
It was a Nigerian story, so I did it with a Nigerian accent.
all right. Most likely, it's just their fantasies, and they either have never experienced. Oh wait, hold on, I missed a section here. It could be an obsession with awakening, a session, out-of-body experiences, ayahuasca, enlightenment, bliss, or whatever the state they praise as to be all and end all. Most likely, it's just their fantasy, and they either have never experienced it or they have a short experience but never really understand it fully. We shall call these teachers as those who are lost but think he is leading.
It's like the blind leading the blind.
All right, now, here's how to use your discernment. Here's how not to get trapped. Now, not to get caught in their traps. Sorry.
Take notes.
Never be infatuated with the teacher. No, I don't mean in a romantic sense.
Unless it's Moji.
And then you have to kiss his feet.
Muji stinky feet.
When we discover someone new and they appear awesome, we tend to take sides. Are there confusion and people placing the teacher on a pedestal? Put that teacher. Don't put that pussy on a pedestal.
Yo, you know what was dope though? Recently, the Pope was blocking people. Did you see that shit?
He's cock blocking people.
No, they were coming in to do. I think they were coming in to kiss his feet or kiss his hands or something, and he was like, no, we don't do that here. Like, he got all black.
Even the Pope's getting serious with some shit up in there lately. He's fed up with some of the bullshit too. He's like, there's some truth to this shit, and then there's a lot of bullshit, and he's calling on some bullshit. Kind of like the new Pope.
We don't do that.
I don't believe in all that bullshit, but I like some of his stuff. I don't agree 100% with everything that's said in this article, but again, it's got some good points. All right, never be infatuated. Blah 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 blah. Don't put the pussy on a pedestal. Do you see a division between the pupil and the ex-pupils, where one of them defends without reason? This is really good. You can see it. The people that are fucking defending Corey Good and Emery Smith and Eric Von Daniken and all these fucking people and everything like that. And then all of a sudden somebody's like, well, I don't really know about this anymore. And you guys were best friends fucking 5 minutes ago. But they're like, I got some questions. And they're like, fuck you, dude. You're a shill. They got to you, man. They fucking got to you, dude. When did it happen, man? It was when you went to 7-Eleven, wasn't it?
You did go on vacation with your family in Disney World.
You got MK Ultra.
They got you, man.
I knew it, man. You were gone 5 minutes too long. I shouldn't have let you back in my house, dude. My fucking phone's tapped now and shit, huh?
They got your phone tapped.
Come on, dude,
What you
tell
gonna
me.
do?
Anyway. Be clear in mind and think of yourself. Also, there is a difference between respect for the teacher and infatuated with the teacher. Don't be infatuated, still have respect. When respect is earned, give the respect. 2. Test thy teacher. A teacher should not go against their own teachings. Ever. Ever. All you fucking Instagram gurus out there, I see you.
Practice what you teach.
This one's for you. That is what you should be testing. Once an old man came to Buddha and cursed him. The Buddha replied to the old man and asked, if I were to bring you a gift tomorrow morning all wrapped up in a beautiful box, would you accept it? The old man replies, absolutely not. I would not take anything from the likes of you. Ah, the Buddha replies, well, if I were to offer you the gift and you were to refuse, then who would this gift belong to? It would still belong to you, of course, answers the old man. And so the same goes with your anger. When I choose not to accept your gift of anger, does it not then remain your own? Which is true. Your anger is your own anger. You come to me angry, it's not got to do with me. So you understand that? You know what I mean? You try to come here and make me angry too and everything. Give me the gift of your anger. You know what I mean? But I'm not taking your anger. You're not making me mad. I'm not taking your gift.
Keep your shit.
You can keep your anger. You're still going to be over there. You know what I mean? That's one thing. That you control your emotions. You control your reactions to other people and how they approach you and stuff. You use judgment, how to respond back. But sometimes you got to give them a little check. Bring your ego out. Balance. You have to have balance. This person's coming. He's way out of bat. His ego's way the fuck up here. And you balance with your ego and stuff. And the dude ain't showing out. Give him a little check back. Put him in
with
place.
That shit.
That's how you. That's the balance. You can't kill your ego. It's part of you. It's you know what I mean. It's a thing. You need to learn how to balance. No, the ego's a little bit good. A little bit of sportsmanship, playing the games, doing whatever, have a little bit of fun, whatever. But when it gets out of control and it takes over your life and that's all it is, it's no good.
No good.
No good. And you can see the spiritual teachers that are like that because that's all they talk about is ego, 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 ego. But they don't tell you how to get rid of it because they haven't figured it out either.
Nope. In most cases, that's why they're somebody's leader. Spiritual leader, I guess.
All right, whoever's who's it go to?
Him now, and then me.
All right.
Y'all supposed to help us with the rotation,
so
man.
What happened in this, the Buddha was true to his teachings, and thus the teachings proved to be true. If they are true to themselves, there should be nothing to fear. Step on their egos a bit and see where they react in fear and anguish, or whether they are still true to themselves. Number 3, check your fears. What up?
What's up, kids?
Most of the time we attract those false teachers into our lives because of our own fears. We take desperate measures out of fear. Who else is coming? I was like, I didn't see everybody.
I know, did he die?
I was like, out of fear, we don't pay attention to which spiritual teachers have our best interests. Wolves can smell fear and desperation, and they will seek to fill that void at cost of your sanity. These people are preying on you. They are looking for these types of people that they know are going to listen to their bullshit woo that they're talking about. They're looking for you. They're looking for victims. They're preying on these people. Not all of them are victims.
No, most of them aren't victims. I
A
say
lot
all the
of them
time.
aren't.
Most people willingly.
But there are a lot of them. That's what they're doing, because these people wouldn't have a job if they didn't have somebody to prey on.
But they're not praying.
A lot of them are, though. They're looking for these types of things.
But those
They're
people are being
pointing it out.
found because they
look for
want to
'em.
be found.
And that again,
Same people put money in church plates and ties. It's the same shit, just with a different name, different face, different everything. That's all it is. Same shit. People willingly want to try some shit. People willingly want to be led. It's part of the human condition. Because people are promising you the answers to what
So
most
nobody
people
in
wanna
life
know.
is a victim of
I'm not
anything.
saying, but I'm just saying it's carried like
But
most
the way
of
you
these people
say
are
it, though,
victims.
is
I just don't think
there's no victims at all. But there
I
are
didn't
some
say
of these
that.
people
I
are
said
victims.
if people are mentally challenged, things like that. But if you are a human being, people make decisions every day to what they want to believe, whether it's the news, whatever they read, whatever they say, whatever they do, the people they are around, they make that decision. Most of these people are adults. These aren't children.
Okay, so
who are making a decision to go and just say people do it in
So
church. They
let's
do it in different organizations all the time.
Let's take a woman who ends up in a relationship with somebody who's a victim of their manipulation. I'm not saying abusive. These people, the person is just very manipulative, very controlling, and all that stuff. They're a victim. This person is a victim because they're being manipulated in some way. This person has found some way to manipulate them in some way.
Are
You
they
would
being
say they're a
manipulated, or are they allowing themselves to be manipulated because
Well,
they choose
sometimes
to?
some of them
But
are
there
being
are-
manipulated,
I'm
but
not
then there
saying
are
all.
ones.
I am not
That's
saying
what I'm saying.
all.
So what I'm
it
just saying,
carries
in
the way that
general,
most people
that
say
a lot
this.
of these people are just
but the
being
biggest
manipulated
argument is
because
that
the
these
human
people.
mind in general is
I
manipulative.
disagree. I disagree. I think a lot of these people just willingly. It's like anything else in life. People want
And
to
a lot.
believe in
It's just
something.
like people who are the psychics and the boardwalk psychics and stuff. They know that they can manipulate people. They know people are going to fall for these word salads that the people are talking out, and they're going to give them the money because
But how many of these people have heard a million times that psychics and stuff that they're going
But
there
some
and they're
people
trying
haven't.
something?
Some people don't
It's
know.
the same
Some
thing
people
with
are
the
just
dude.
like, let's still try
Let me
it
ask
out.
you a question. You ever get taken by a dude playing 3-card Monte?
Nope, because I've never done
Anybody here ever walk up to a guy who was with the 3-card trick and you gave him $1, whatever, or the shell trick or whatever on the street? You ever do that and get your money taken, get $1 taken?
But not everybody.
But it
knows
happens to
everything
most
like
people.
you.
But
that's not
exactly. But I'm
not
saying, but
everybody.
but
That's
they're
why I'm
not
saying,
being
because
taken.
They're out there.
But they are
looking for
not
these
being
victims.
taken. Why
They're
would you
preying
walk up
on
to somebody in
people.
the street who has a card set up in front of them or anything, and you know it's a
If
con?
everybody knew it was a con, then there would be no victims to the con. There would be no con men. There has
Most
to be a
people
victim
think
to
it's
be
a con.
for
They
it to be a
think they're
con.
going to outthink the person doing that.
Well, that's the
That
other thing.
is the problem.
That's the mind. That's the human mind. They're being manipulated
Go to
because
what
the
I'm-
human mind thinks that it's smarter than the other human mind, and that human mind that's doing the manipulation knows that's how the human mind is going to work. These people have figured out the angle. They know the angles. They know how to work it. Just like the news manipulates all these people who sit there and watch it. Then all these reality shows, they figured out how to get the cues and how the mind works and what to get these people to do and how to cut it, how to edit it so people stay hung on to it. People waiting for months and months. Dragons, Game of Thrones. It's coming. The dragons are coming. Oh my God, dragons. I can't wait for the Game of Thrones. Because the way it's all written and scripted, the way they tease you with the fucking promos and stuff, it's all done. They know how to manipulate people and keep people engaged. It's the same thing. A lot of the people, I'm not saying everybody who's loving the Game of Thrones, but a lot of these people that their whole life and they even fucking quit jobs and stuff and everything like that and falling just into this thing and everything. It's a thing, and it's a problem. The whole world
Because
around
they chose
everything. Because
out of
people
a
and stuff.
billion fucking TV shows and a billion cult followers that
yes,
people follow,
they chose to, but they were never taught how to. Again, it comes back to discern, how to judge, how to do this thing. So they fall. They're like, I gotta do it because their human mind is like never taught how to go against it. And these people know that there's a lot of people out there that don't know how to discern, don't know how to use their judgment. They just go, yes, 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 yes. Gimme. Oh, that's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. That's what I need to hear. That's what it's making me happy. It's making me warm. It's making me this.
But you
it's
said,
feeding the same
but
thing.
you also said something for them. It's making them happy. It works for them.
It's on the surface, like that's like the article. It seems like they're making you happy. These gurus are preaching you the peace and the love and this and that and do this and that. But then you look at a lot of these people off of Instagram. Off of Instagram, off Facebook. All these people, they don't post
Because they're
what
not
they're
getting the
on
message though. Because
and
in a lot
their
of
lives
cases,
and the
they're not
messages
even
and
getting the
stuff.
message. In some cases, like we've said this before, and you said this too, that sometimes the message in there is good,
So, but
right?
there is
but they're not.
victims.
But they've
You can't
looked
just
past
be like,
the
none of
message.
them are
They've
victims
lost the
because
message.
there
I didn't
are
say
victims
none of
out
them.
there.
I didn't say none of them. I just say not a high percentage, not the percentage that most people say. I think this is just part of the human condition. And that people just don't.
The human condition. We're victims to these people that fucking enslave us and
We're
stuff.
victims
the whole,
to everybody
the human
on some level is
a
victim to something.
You say yes to something. You're a victim to something some way. That's the way the human thing is. That's what I'm saying is the human structure is set up on victimizing and
but
victimizing.
here's the
Those
thing,
people in power didn't get into power without victimizing.
So the church, everything is just a bunch of
They're
victims. It's
all,
all
everybody,
victims.
they're all victimizing everybody.
I
It's
disagree.
the people in power
I disagree.
are taking over.
I
That's
think that
how
some people
they get
take
to
some
power.
good from the church. Some people take some
I'm not
good
just
from
talking about
religion and
church.
stuff
I'm
like
talking
that.
about governments. I'm
but
talking about
within like
kings.
this stuff that
I'm
these
talking
people
about
are saying.
kings, queens, anybody in a position of power that is putting out there like, I have the information, I have the answers, I have the all, I am the one, I am this, I am what, in whatever situation it is. They know that there are people out there. They are preying on these people. These are the people that are keeping them going. They know that what they're saying is doing that. They know that the human mind is going to do that. That's how they stay in power. That's how the queen, the people, all these people around the
guess
world
what?
think everything belongs to the queen
Hey.
because she's the queen.
And guess what? Some of those people.
But a
are
lot of
drinking
these people never,
Kool-Aid.
none of these people never said, I never
Well.
said, yes, Trump is my president. I didn't vote for president, but guess what? He's the president. They didn't vote. Nobody said that the queen is the queen, but she's the queen and she gets all this stuff and they have to give her all this and they got to do all this and we got to do all this stuff. Do you see what I'm saying?
We're all victims.
Everybody, there's victims all over the place. So you can't just be like, well, there's not a lot of victims, because there's victims, a lot of
We're
victims.
all
That's how
victims.
these people do this stuff. These people are con men. They're con people. They know what they're doing. Not all of them. The majority of them, they know. You know, Corey Good knows that. He knows he's fucking just lying out his fucking ass every day. And he knows that people are going to eat it up. And yes, people say yes. Yes, they do it. But that's because they're being tricked into do it. The way that he talks, the way they say this, the way that. It's real slick. We fall for some of this stuff too at first.
That's
but
just,
because
but that's
we
just
have...
giving him a whole lot of credit too, though.
But we
I don't
have-
think he's
well,
that
I'm not saying-
calculated.
but
I don't
that's-
think he's that educated.
I was just
just
using
think
him
he
as a
just
main
jumped
thing.
onto some
David
shit.
Wilcox is a little
Another
bit more
one.
calculating with
Another
his
one.
words and stuff. They're just the way that they talk. All these people, it's just the way that they talk. They hook you in. You could be one of these. You have the words. It's the tones. It's how they know these things. They study these little things, how to pick up and how to get that, how to suck people in. There's literally courses on it from all kinds of
I
things.
know.
That's why there's people all over the place.
Dude, all
that
I had to
fall
listen.
victim to everything.
All I had to
So-
do was put a suit and tie on and just walk around and talk like these motherfuckers talk. It's
That's
very-
what I'm here for. Is I'm here for the people that are like that and stuff. Even the other people, I'm trying to warn and tell other people. But if that's your choice, you still want to do that or whatever, and you don't realize whatever and stuff, go right ahead and stuff. But there's a lot out there, and there's a lot that aren't. But there is a lot of people and all this stuff that are just getting hood the fuck winked. They are just getting fucked right up their fucking, right up their ass, and they're fucking, and they're loving every fucking minute of it because they don't know they're being fucked with no, they don't know they're being fucked up their ass with no lube. They're just like, because they just don't know it. That's just the way it is. It's just the human nature of the way everything is. Again, not everybody is. We didn't come right out and be like all this stuff and figure it all out right away and stuff. We were a lot of it seemed really plausible, really good. We were like, yeah, these guys, fuck what they're saying. It's just really good shit. And then again, we were like, wait a minute, we
I saw
figured
that
it out.
movie.
We was getting sucked in
I
there.
read
We was
that
like,
comic book.
hold on. Shit, we was almost ready to fucking pay for Damon T. Barry, dude. We was getting sucked in.
Yeah, we
Did you
almost
see
paid
what
to
I'm
watch
saying?
Knowledge of Forever Times Part 17.
Because we was like, oh fuck, oh man, we're gonna pay it. We're like, oh shit, let's just do it. Let's just pay it.
Yeah, we were like, fuck it.
And we
Let's
like, fuck
support
it. I
him.
mean,
We wanted
it's
to hear
good.
the
We was-
end.
that's- You know what I mean? It's. I'm not saying it's totally bad in every situation and everything, and it's not it's a big deal to be a victim and stuff like that. It's the worst thing in the world like that, but it's happening. These people, that's what they do. With all these things in any type of a con, there's got to be a victim. That's why they keep doing it. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to do it. And that's because of the way the human mind works. And they've just figured that out. They figured out that little niche to get around those little cues in the most people that are more advanced, like the people in the room here and stuff, and a lot of people watching and everything now. You know, the real people that actually wake up and really do this stuff and start to see past. Wait a minute, it really sounds good, but I got some questions.
Yeah. And those questions don't get answered.
They don't.
They're like, wait a minute, let me give you some more bullshit. And here's some more bullshit. And wait, you need some more bullshit? Here's some more bullshit. And we got some more bullshit on top of that bullshit. You're like, wait a minute, but you still haven't answered the question. Well, I did answer the question, but no, you didn't.
It's just like not everybody fucking sees the fucking dog shitting on the sidewalk and then somebody steps in it.
Shit, I remember
they're a victim now.
I remember when Alex Jones was good. I remember when Alex Jones was actually like, you could actually listen to Alex Jones like, okay. And then all of a sudden that motherfucker just went off the fucking rails.
Oh, crazy.
Just gone. The DMT, Joe. I'm not going to do the DMT. I did
He's got a
DMT for
head
6 months when I was a
injury.
kid. I have a head injury. What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. Well, there really is a lot to correlate with that stuff. Not just him and stuff. You look Nick Nolte and a lot of
Roseanne
stuff. A lot of celebrities. But there's not just celebrities. There's a lot of correlation and stuff like that. Depends on the type of the head wound and stuff.
Sam Kinison.
You know, yep.
Well, I got a plate in my
These
head.
things
I don't know if
happen
that
and
helps.
stuff, I mean.
My brain exploded, But hey, whatever. I guess I'm just normal. It did wake me up, but it just woke me up, and then I keep waking up. Started questioning all this shit, and questioning this shit, kept questioning it. Again, paranormal investigators. We are investigators. If you think
reach out to us, because that's the next one on the list.
What'd you say?
Number 4, reach out. All right, if these people are truthful and you want to find out, you should be able to reach out to them and talk to them. Like it says, it doesn't matter if the spiritual teacher is popular, the head of the temple, or a celebrity, spiritual teacher, fucking conspiracy, whoever, telling you whatever. If you can't reach out to them, they're not real. They're just there. They're on a pedestal again. You're just down here. You can't touch me. I got your information, but you can't have it. I'll give you more. Reeling it in.
I live in my mansion way off somewhere.
Give you a little bit.
I live in my mansion somewhere in Wisconsin. You go. My office hours are between 9 to 5.
An actual teacher is going to recognize the divinity in all of us and treat us all with compassion and respect and trying to get to everybody. Now, this doesn't apply to the hidden masters as they are hidden for a purpose, right? And this also doesn't mean that the spiritual teacher should travel long distances to the student to just come and do whatever. I mean, you got to be within reason here and stuff like that to get in touch with your spiritual or your teachers and stuff like that. But if a teacher can be seen or met, they should have no problem with allowing you to reach out to them and ask a little bit about what's going on and what they're talking about and some more help, because that's what they're supposed to be there for.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be there telling you the truth and disclosing their stuff and doing whatever.
Yeah.
Number 5, is it a message or a product? A lot of this stuff is sold as a message. It's sold as a truth. It's something that you need to know. But
you guys know you need your brain booster.
It's
Get your Alex Jones
really
brain
a
booster.
product.
It's available right now.
Is everything about the message, or is it about a product line?
You need a survival kit. We got the Alex Jones survival kits. You can get those too. They come. You can get it for 4 years. 4 years right now for $19.99.
Get our yoga pants. Get our this. Get our that. Buy our books. Buy us. Buy the whole line. Get
Alex Jones dildos, folks. We got Alex Jones dildos too right now. They're shaped like aliens. I got one that looks just like Hillary Clinton too for sale right now.
Here comes, because this is where it brings up the 70-30 thing. So, do you feel that you have to buy a bunch of products, including their upsells from them? Look to see if the spiritual teacher has books after books after books, which are just rehashes and rehashes and rehashes of the same book that they first wrote 25 years
Alex
ago.
Jones, volume 3,442, about to fight, about
and
to fight
see if their
Cabal.
books are follow the 70-30 thing. It says 70% promotion and 30% rehash information, or 70% truth. 30% truth, 70% rehash information.
Alex Jones
Even if
condoms.
it is about the message, it has to be a message that is genuine and not a bunch of gibberish word salad.
Alex Jones orange
Stay
juice.
clear of strange spiritual language. For example, the mind is an ingredient of cosmic destiny, or greatness imparts reality to deep marvel. Not even I understand this magnificent language that imparts no cosmic learning or meaning. It could be better said by philosophers, mystics, and ancient masters alike. There is no reason why a message wrapped in flim-flam should be made spiritual or profound. Just because you add quantum to it doesn't make it fucking spiritual woo-woo fucking truth.
Alex Jones skinny jeans too. I've
We're
got
not,
those available too.
you're not all quantum physicists.
Wait, we're not. Hey, I got a book. It says Quantum Physics for Dummies. Does that make me a quantum physics?
No.
No?
This is not a dummy about it.
I got Alex Jones quantum physics books too.
Unless you've spent the years, you are not qualified to speak on quantum physics, or quantum mechanics, or quantum anything.
But wait a minute, but the Clockwork Elves, though, they taught me everything I need to know when I was on DMT back when I was a kid, and I did it for 6 months straight. So what are you talking about? They told me I was a quantum physics mechanic, astrophysicist, and I know everything.
Are you Rick or something?
You don't know Alex Jones, clearly.
Oh.
Shh. Sit over there and be quiet. You might learn something.
Do you not know who Alex Jones is?
Of course she doesn't.
Was that not Rick from Rick and Morty?
What the
No,
fuck?
I
I don't
agree
even know
with
what
you
Rick
on
or
that.
Morty is. But yeah, clearly, I don't watch a Rick or Morty.
Wait, but do you know who Alex Jones is?
No, he doesn't. All the time he spent here, dude. I'm telling you, this dude has spent a few years like hanging around and stuff, and coming to the show, a couple of years maybe, and has absorbed absolutely not a fucking thing. Like he has learned absolutely nothing. Okay, he's still at one. He's
lucky he knows our names.
He'd be a good candidate. That he'd be out there talking about blue avians and shit and everything. He loves chicken bird.
No, he'd be a good candidate to be like, this person's mind has been wiped. Just talk to him for a minute and you'll understand.
Manchurian candidate.
Alex Jones when you go home, please.
Yeah.
You need to experience an Alex Jones moment.
Yes.
That's what you need to experience.
Yes. It is like no other. He is an incredible human being.
Joe Rogan's really bad.
No, the Joe Rogan one. Irony is that if you watch him at all, and we still still pay attention to watch stuff, is that he was really tame on Joe Rogan, and I hate Agent Orange, I hate Donald Trump and everything, and then all of a sudden a week later he's like, Trump and these guys, the evil cabal, they're fighting out there with the alliance and they're taking down everybody, and you got to understand what's going on here and stuff. And then there's QAnon and QAnus and everything around is going on incredible. This is what's going on. There's a war going on, and you guys don't understand what's going on. And when I was on Joe Rogan, because I had to kiss Joe Rogan's ass to get back on there, because I needed fucking people to find me again because they wiped me off the internet. So when I was on Joe Rogan, I had to be tamed. But when I'm back here on InfoWars, it's on, baby. You better fucking believe the real Alex Jones is going to show up every fucking week and tell you motherfuckers what you need to motherfucking know.
A whole lot of bullshit coming out of your mouth.
I've never seen somebody do a fucking 180-degree turn from where he was. And he's like everybody else. The Jordan Sailors, all these people. It has become popular.
He's like, I had to be like
to go
that,
against the grain.
because I gotta know.
Exactly. And they're like, wait a minute. Well, the dude did become president, and he is popular, so let's take the popularity and run with it. And now we're going to create him as he's like fucking Jesus Christ and the second savior. And then we got the QAnon, who's some fucking anonymous thing, who works at some fucking Department of Defense.
The
or
big
whatever.
thing in this whole community is question everything. But nobody's questioning this stuff. And the people who do question it, oh, you're a shill, you're a fucking agent, or you fucking cognitive dissonance, you're fucking drinking fluoride, blah, blah, blah. They just go right to ridiculing you and tearing you apart and anything. And I'm like, oh, hold on. I asked a question. I'm not even a dickhead about it.
Yep.
I'm not even a fucking asshole. I just, a sincere, honest question. Hey, I got some questions here.
You said hi. You're like, hi. They're like, fuck you.
Hey, what's going on?
Get out of here.
Little question. Can you link the source for this information for me so I can go and read it for myself and check it out?
Whoa, they can't.
No,
It's
fuck
insiders.
you, man. What the fuck? It's insider information. Oh, no, just do your research, man. I had to do my research. Do your research. I'm going to research it. I just, give me a couple of the links and I'll go from there. I'll jump off of those links and I'll check their sources and everything. Where'd you get it from? Because I typed in a couple of keywords here and I'm coming up with some bullshit.
Hey, y'all want an aneurysm? because I've had one. Go try to fucking read the Q map. That shit is fucking hilarious. I had one of the best exchanges of my life with a woman from France who came all the way from. She moved from France to America, but she went to Conscious Life, and she just sat down for some reason to have a conversation with me, and she goes, "What do you think about this?" I was like, that's fucking hilarious. I was like, you want me? You got a few minutes? I was like, if you got a few minutes, we can have some fun here. I was like, I absolutely could talk about this with you.
I'm gonna turn that into a fucking board game.
By the time I was done, she was just laughing her ass off. She was like, wow. She's like, it doesn't seem the same. I was like, and it never should. Like, after all that, go keep doing some research. Like, you came to an event and you found a bunch of people who were walking around ready.
You can actually meet some good yoga teachers and stuff, learn some new recipes, learn about how to take better care of yourself, better care of the earth. You know, learn some meditation techniques and stuff like that. All kinds of stuff. You can listen to some of the good speakers that actually have credentials and stuff like that. Actual archaeologists that can speak about ancient shit.
Oh, shit. Wait, I'm going to contact in the desert. Is my life going to be on the line? Oh, no, they don't want me. I'm nobody. The evil cabal.
Yeah, they leave all these nobodies alone.
Yeah, I'm nobody.
They're all nobody.
They're all celebrities. Still go to the events. Still keep going. I enjoy the events. I meet great people. Like you said, there's great vendors. Some of the speakers are awesome. Some of them I just still look at these people like, okay, I guess. It used to kind of maybe make sense, but no. I'm good. I've woken up, folks. I just, the 70-30 rule applies. And the 5-minute rule. Remember I told you about the 5-minute rule? I also have that. I go to events and you want to talk to me after 5 minutes about some crazy shit I don't want to hear nothing else about. I'm good. Some regurgitated shit and try to explain to me the benefits of listening to these people with their bullshit and their woo-woo. I'm good. I don't need it. I'm a real investigator. We're real investigators. We investigate shit. All the cream, all the stuff that's been on top that looks good and everything. It sounds great. These science fiction stories. Again, read all the comic books. I've been reading comic books over 40 years. 42 years. Seen every sci-fi movie. Read every sci-fi book back in the day. I'm not really read books anymore because there's too much fucking science fiction now. And I've seen all the same stuff. All the stuff that they're putting out there. They quote it. They literally quote that this, you know what? I know this sounds like science fiction. I know this sounds like something from Star Wars. Shit, when I say it, you know, it blows my mind. When I hear it from my insiders, everybody got insiders. I still ask this. Please, anybody tell me. Especially when it comes to David Wilcox. He has been spewing this shit since the 90s.
Why the fuck would anybody...
But not even just that. Thousands of insiders. I've had all these people tell... Not one of these motherfuckers was like, you know what? Psst. Yo, D, today's the day, my man. I'm going to show you some shit.
Oh, no, but
I'm gonna
supposedly they have, though.
But he never... They have when? They show him papers and stuff.
Supposedly he's seen stuff.
What did he see? When he was Edward Casey and he was remote view and blah. Oh, okay.
You know.
Right. But he's the type of dude, you let him in a facility, you know he'd come out with something in his pocket. Nothing. No tangible evidence.
Nothing.
Bob Lazar, smart dude, can build shit and everything, and did all this stuff, and he also had element, 115, unobtainium, whatever. Still, no one's put on the table. You would be a rock star. Instant fame. Who the fuck you'd be on the cover of Time, like, the man who proved aliens exist. You'd be on Oprah. You'd make the major circuit, whatever fucking popular shit in Germany and France and England, all them places. You would be, everybody would want to talk to you. You'd make more money than anybody. You'd be in movies and shit. You'd have cameos and shit like Stan Lee and did all his fucking Avengers and fucking Marvel movies. No, not one of them. Y'all are going to little small conferences and stuff and talking in front of a few thousand people or whatever it is, I guess.
It's because they're keeping the information from everybody, man. It's the dark side. They don't let it out there. No, it's because it's woo-woo bullshit and they fucking see through it.
But they are letting it out there. They're everywhere.
It is getting everywhere.
It's all over YouTube. They're making documentaries. Some of them appear on
YouTube
major
because it's in mainstream
TV.
shit. So that's how you know it's bullshit because it's mainstream. Ancient Aliens, mainstream. Bullshit for the last fucking, 12, 15 years? Ancient Aliens.
But it's on History Channel, dude. It's history.
Yeah. Because I believe everything on the fucking History Channel.
Wait,
that's
that
on
History Channel's not
mainstream
real?
TV.
But Tom DeLonge's going to have a show. Is it his on the Travel or is it on the History Channel?
I don't know which channel it's on, but
Ooh, to the
again,
stars
these same
gathering.
people that are woke and truthers and all this stuff and everything, they're like, yeah, fuck the mainstream media. I don't believe anything they say. That's just mind control, man. They're just controlling you. If you watch TV, you're a shill. You're fucking all this stuff.
I just want someone
until
to ask
until
Tom
the
DeLonge one
mainstream
question.
media has something that's relevant to the things that they believe. Oh, you see that UFO footage they had on the news?
Yup, the
Aliens
Navy.
are real, man. The government said they're real. Wait
Yo,
a
it's
minute.
two.
Don't trust the mainstream media and don't trust the government. But now you want me to trust the government? You want me to trust the mainstream media? What is it? Make up your mind. Stop cherry picking the fuck out of things.
Yeah. Bring some real.
Bring the whole thing. Don't just pick little pieces. You can't say one day that mainstream media is bad and the next day, I love mainstream media because they said the aliens is real.
Don't trust the government, but Q anus is real. Q. Listen to Q.
He's the government. Don't trust the government, but the secret space force government, breakaway government, trust them.
And Agent Orange is here to save us all. See, he's fighting the secret cabal on many levels in different places. He stopped the chemtrails. He's going to Mars with the secret space force to fight the cabal on Mars. And they're going to go take the moon. They're taking space back from the Nazis. Huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Right.
Damn, I wish they would. They should have just made a movie of it. I probably would have watched it. It might not have been like a really good movie, like you know how sometimes they'll have make like a major movie like Independence Day, but then they'll have one that's like the day after Independence Day, but it's not the real Independence Day. It's like kind of low budget on Sci-Fi Channel, but you still watch it because you're kind of curious. That type of shit. That's the kind of movies that these motherfuckers is writing and passing off as real shit. Age regression. That dude is 100,000 years old at this point. I've been age regressed.
The Nazis really won the war, but they've been secretly hiding out in Antarctica with the aliens.
And don't forget the moon. They're on the moon
and
too.
on the moon, and they let us think that, you know,
right, that
we won the war,
Right,
and they're
right.
really in control of everything.
Right. Of everything, the whole
of
world.
everything, the whole
Yeah.
world.
They got all this
the
crazy
Nazis really won the
technology.
world.
Yep.
The
They got
world didn't
alien
come together and
technology.
kick the
Nope.
Nazis' ass.
Nope.
All the fucking actual wartime footage we have of us blowing the fuck up out of the Nazis and kicking the shit out of them.
No, that was fake.
That's all fake.
Fake.
It's all fake.
It's fake news.
The Nazis
fake
are really
news.
been hiding in bases, which are now uncovered by the ice. They're pyramided.
And Farton 1 and Farton 2 are down there right now.
They have it
in
all.
those bases.
They've seen it
recovering alien technology that's going to be used for the Space Force wars. Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
We got it all. It's coming.
It's been coming. Don't forget the secret arrests that are going on, and people are going to be having secret military tribunals on barges outside of Guantanamo Bay. They're just taking the low-level people right now, but eventually they're going to go and start taking in Hillary Clinton and Obama and everybody, dragging them out of their houses, and then they're going to execute them in
He's been
public
saying
square.
this since 2004.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming.
2004.
It's coming.
Endgame.
That's what
it's
she
near.
said. Mm-hmm. It's always coming. It's been coming forever. They've been coming. The aliens are coming to save us. God's coming to save us. Jesus is coming to save us. Everybody's coming to save us. All the same shit.
We can't do anything without somebody else giving us the fucking shit. Can't do it. Fuck a human. We're stupid. Oh, I'm a stupid human.
Aliens built everything.
I'm really just ape. Oh, no. Oh, caveman. Oh, what's this? Compute.
Fire.
How you use?
We can't do anything.
I can't. Oh, stack stone. What you say? I don't know how stack stone. Alien, help me stack stone pyramid.
Aliens
Thank
teach
you,
us
alien. Me stupid. I don't know.
But wait, we could do it. What about the 4,000 foot pyramid though? The aliens built that though. It's always aliens. Aliens. So wait a minute. You mean Giorgio Tsoukalos has been lying to me all the time?
Mainstream media, man. They got you. Told you that shit was a lie.
Come on, you guys gotta laugh. Seriously. If you're watching right now, you're not laughing. Who's not laughing? If you're not laughing, please say something in the chat. I'd like to know who's not laughing.
It's hilarious.
'Cause these fucking people, come on.
When you get down to it and shit, it's hilarious. But then some of it's a little sad.
Damon T. Berry.
You gotta kind of feel sad.
I lived the worst life ever.
It's got to be really
You
shitty
remember?
to
Wiz,
fucking
you remember
live.
watching them shits? Didn't you guys watch some of those with us? The
I
fucking Knowledge
couldn't
of
do
Forever
it.
Times.
Yeah.
The Damon T. Berry, the Knowledge of Forever Times.
I just fucking straight up fucking lie to people like that all the fucking time, all day long. Just know I'm fucking just blowing fucking smoke right up your fucking ass. Come to my fucking extension school, fucking $1,000.
$10,000 to come to the Master Ascension 5 Triple D Double D's fucking school.
Give me $1,000. I'm gonna ascend, I'm gonna help you ascend with my foot up your ass.
Shit, give me $1,000. We can just smoke some weed. We can ascend that way. There we go. Let's just buy a bunch of weed and ascend.
You should charge like $5,000 for a journey. Just post that shit everywhere in Boston.
Yeah, okay.
Doing a seminar.
Yeah.
To open your mind up.
Uh-huh. And you'll see aliens.
Yeah, you'll talk to aliens.
You can meet Elvis.
All this-
Tupac will be there.
Be great.
Yeah,
Be
no
crazy,
thank you.
you know?
No, thank you. I said my whole life. You know how many since I was a kid.
We could do that. We could do any of this stuff. We could do it.
We could have been doing it the whole time.
I do it. All right. Here's the thing I was talking about earlier because we're almost to the end of the show, so I'll bring it up. If you follow me online, you might have on Instagram, you might have seen it. But this thing here. All right. Did y'all know? On April 20th, the planets will align, causing Earth moon to appear green for 4 hours and 20 minutes. This is called the green blaze, and it won't happen again for another 420 years. All right? This is a channeled message from 420th density beings from the 420th dimension of the 420th multiverse matrix in the quantum space reality vector of the ascension grid, so it's got to be real information, everybody.
Wow.
Tag a friend. Spread the word, repost this shit, let everybody know, spark it up, let's have the green moon, because it ain't happening again for 420 years. This is a channel message from the Rastafarians. They're the 420th fucking dimensional beings.
Wait, I got a message from them. Hold on.
They're coming in
Hold
right
on,
now.
Hold on. I'm channeling them. Hold on. Hey. Smoke weed every day.
So pass it on to everybody. If you follow me on Instagram, at ParanormalHooD Live Radio, you can go there. Repost it, tag it, make it go viral, spread it to everybody.
They need to
get
know
that shit out there. I mean, all these fucking people who like channel messages should fucking believe it, right?
The green moon's
let's
coming.
Let's see if we can make it happen. See how many people we could get this to by 420.
Yes, and we channel the aliens too, the Rastafarians. We also channel the Cartoonians.
They're always
Did the
Aryans and
Cartoonians say something
Avians
similar
and
to that?
No, they hold on. It's on.
You can just channel them, right? Yeah.
Elmo loves to play.
See, like they just come through so easy. Yeah.
Yeah, tickles.
Meep meep.
Meep meep.
Fuck, I'm channeling them too.
See, everybody can channel them. The Cartoonians are very free and loving, and they don't talk.
They're
much.
here to save us all, you know,
Yes.
with their loving messages of cartooniness.
Hey. Oh, wait, he get in trouble for that. Isn't he in jail? It's not funny, man. It's Cosby. Sorry, hey. The Cartoonians is never too soon. Just saying, folks. At what point, seriously, all this shit, you can say what you want. I know there's detractors and people like random shit, and when it's not about defending anybody, and it's not about necessarily just targeting anybody. But some of these folks just put themselves in the limelight. They put themselves out there. They put themselves in situations I just don't get. You're supposed to be about love and light. You go to love and light events with a bunch of fucking security and shit and everything. Like, nobody cares. If these people wanted you dead, there's secret cabals, whatever you talk about. You've watched enough of the same movies. I'm pretty sure they could take you out. If you believe they killed Kennedy, you don't think they could take your asses out? Really? You think it'd be that hard? Come on. Let's be real. If you really want those people to believe that they could take out Kennedy, they couldn't take you out. The Corey Goods and all these people, they keep attempting to take them out. They get flu during the flu season. They get a cold during cold season.
Somebody side swipes their mirror when they're driving and stuff, and then it's a full-on hit.
My car got hit by a snowball. They were trying to kill me.
Got the whole family in here now. We're getting checked out, make sure nobody's hurt. Everything's okay. It was really dangerous. My wipers were almost not able to wipe the snow away.
Yeah, it was terrible. They took a police, but the police wouldn't even take a report.
I swear to God, that 10-year-old looked like he was at least 15. He's working. He's one of them. He's one of their sons. He's definitely. I think he was a reptilian.
He was wearing all black.
He had such good aim. He must have been a reptilian. No,
was
no
a kid in
human
black.
could throw a snowball at my car like that while I'm moving on the highway. Oh my God, are you serious? Really? That happened? I feel so bad. I can't believe they're trying to take you out for putting out this information. Everybody should know. Why would they do that to you? Oh, can we help you out? Can we send you some money? Can we send you some money? Can we help you out? Oh my God, is everybody okay? Nobody got hurt? Anybody got snow in their eye? Can you all see? Oh my God, they got snow in their eye.
They want to take you out, but you're all over Facebook, you're all over YouTube,
You're all
all
over
these places.
everywhere.
They got pictures of
flyers
you at
all over the
conferences
place.
months in advance.
Months in advance. I'm going to be traveling, doing a world tour.
I'm going to be in Hawaii. I'm going to be in California.
Nobody can find me.
I'm going to be in Sparta. I'm going to be
Posting,
everywhere.
you're on vacation. You're posting up where you're on vacation, all the restaurants, all the things you're doing all over the world.
You tell everybody we're going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be going here sightseeing. Tomorrow we're going to be here for meditation.
Usually people that fear for their lives and everything like that are afraid they're going to be killed. They kind of keep it low key.
Yeah.
They don't let anybody know where they are. I could see maybe doing a video because nobody knows where you are, and then you could bounce it off some other fucking satellites and shit, and do some fucking secret spy shit, and put it up there through the deep web.
This is Bruce Wayne. I'm in the Batcave. No, but they're everywhere. Everybody can see them. If you want to go see them, you can see them. I just don't get it. Sounds good though. Makes for good science fiction. Again, I've watched all the movies.
You just gotta discern, look for the 30% of the truth, 70% bullshit. Sometimes it's a little higher, a little lower, and then those columns. But you gotta look for it. You gotta find it. Look for some of the signals that we were talking about tonight. It's you gotta train yourself. Part of life is training yourself every day, learning new things, and not falling for fucking bullshit in the woo woo. You gotta,
You just gotta.
No, if you can train yourself to fucking do Sudokus and fucking all that other shit, you can train yourself to fucking weed out the woo-woo bullshit.
And if you want to
Take
keep
out the
listening to
good
it,
parts.
enjoy.
Again, there's some good stuff in a lot of this stuff. There's some good shit. And some of these stories, they're entertaining. They're very entertaining. Take it as the entertaining stuff. The entertainment side.
Good night.
Good night. Don't take it as it's fucking the truth. It's fucking, oh my God, this is the answers, the evidence. I
It's the
found it all.
gospel.
Fuck everything. I'm quitting my job. The aliens are coming to save me.
Woohoo!
Fuck my family. Fuck my friends. Fuck everybody.
I still don't
I'm
get it,
happy
though.
every day, except for when I shut my computer off and I'm sitting here alone in my house. That they're
But
gonna
hold
shut
up.
the electricity
But not
off.
even that. But if
and
dude,
kick me out.
if you're
because
gonna
I quit my
ascend, why do
job.
you care?
Exactly. That's why I'm saying. That's why they
do
quit
you
their job and they
care?
did all that shit, and then they're sitting there and they're realizing they're like, wait.
You should just be chilling, waiting to ascend.
I should have.
I've got myself pointing in the right
And
direction.
they're like, let me use my spiritual energy in the universe
I'm
and
ready for
turn my lights
takeoff.
back on. Nope, it's not working. Shit, let me get a lighter out.
Kumbaya,
Fuck.
my lord.
It's my landlord. He's here to kick me out. Hold on. Let me see if I can create my reality.
No, but the blue chicken.
You don't create reality. You create your responses to the reality that's happening around you. You don't have to get angry at the guy who just cut you off. You can get angry at that if you want, if you choose to and stuff, but there's really no reason. There's nothing that you can do about it. There's nothing to be angry about. That's that stuff. That's the stuff that they don't teach you. That's the stuff that they don't remind you. All these people, just like you create your own reality, man. Raise your vibrations.
Yeah, man.
And everything happens.
Except when it's retrograde, then you know you kind of
fuck everybody. I hate you all. Oh, sorry, man. I said that stuff to you and it was retrograde. I didn't mean it, man. I'm back to being
Just
all
go to
high
church and
vibe
do some Hail Marys and everything
grooving.
will be fine.
Yep.
And it's one of the Spiritu Santo.
It's all
Good
good.
luck.
It's all the same fucking shit.
Y'all can just wipe it away. Don't worry about it. Just go wreak havoc your whole life and don't worry about it. You can repent.
You want to meditate and you come up with some inspirational shit for your life, don't be like, yeah, I was channeling green fucking snake fucking whatever and this and that and that they gave me this message. I'm going to be like, nah, yeah, that's fucking bullshit. But if you was like, yeah, man, I was just sitting around the other day, smoking a blunt, did some meditating, I had some deep thoughts, man. And you tell me them and I'm like, wow, that is some deep shit. That's fucking, I dig that, man. But as soon as you're like, and it came from aliens, and I'm going to be like, well, fuck. It's some really deep shit, but you lost me now. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
And
Get
then
over there with the flat earthers, please.
And then they draw a picture, and it's like a gold triangle alien. Dude, that was the funny.
That's
oh
the
my
best
goodness.
one.
The gold triangle aliens.
The golden triangle beings. That's literally what they call. That's what they want to be called too, according from what I've done the reading and stuff. That's their name.
You will call us the golden triangle head beings.
That's not our name that they gave them. That's the name that they gave themselves. It's funny how all these aliens, they speak English and stuff like that. They know our language. They name themselves everything. They know that we call this as Earth and stuff. You know, when they get here, they're like, first time coming, they're like, oh yeah, this is Earth. We all know about Earth.
It's marked.
Even when they first came back in the day, they were like,
reality
we
TV
got to go
show.
to Earth. It's on the galactic map. Everybody knows, you know.
Yeah. But it's in a no-fly zone and shit. You're not supposed to go there. And eventually, every now and then, some teenagers out on a fucking space jaunt, or they stole their parents' spaceship. They do a flyby. They don't really know how to fly. So they crash land in Roswell, and then they get taken to Area 51. And then, shit happens, and they dissect them and everything. But their parents never come looking for them and just fuck up the planet or anything, though. But, no. So, I guess. It all sounds good.
What?
Sounds like real good. Are we smoking the last blunt, or are we done?
That was the last one.
Okay. Well, that was the last blunt, folks.
We're done for the night.
We done. It's
We're outta
over.
here.
Peace and love.
Going to dig through some more bullshit.
See you later.
Yeah.
Find that truth.
See you
what we're
next
here to
week,
do.
or maybe sometime. Maybe we'll see you on 420. You never know. Maybe we'll pop on. Okay. But until then, tell a
Never know
friend,
what's
be a
gonna
friend.
happen. Remember, tell everybody. Green Blaze, 420 moon, 4 hours and 20 minutes on 420. It starts at 420.
Smoke weed every day.
You don't believe me? You can go and channel the message yourself.
Yep. You'll see it. You'll see the haze.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see the green
aliens.
haze.
Anybody can do it. Channeling aliens. Interdimensional beings and shit.
We out.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Y'all still here?
We out of here.
Peace and love,
everybody.
Goodbye.
Be safe.